Yo, this song, dude, hold on a second. I know I had to cut it off early because I'm getting the stream up and running, but dude, it had a good start. It gave me them Fox Stevenson vibes. I don't know if you guys listen to Fox Stevenson ever, but man, is it good. Like, it got the good vibe. What the hell? I got a left field for it. CS. Let's go, dude. How you boys all doing? Welcome back. Today we got ourselves 5V5 1V1 DUELS over for the region of NA. It was a pretty nice song. We'll get it up and running in just a second here. Once I fix my audio. Yo, groups are up, hopefully, over on the what am I trying to say? Over on the live NA realms, boys. How y'all doing? Welcome back. The Paladin thread has been, while not vanquished, definitely quelled by the devs, by the gods. They decided to bless us with the fact that Paladins should hopefully no longer be as scary as they were last night. Because last night, look at this footage, bro. They didn't even nerf him that badly either. They only nerfed like what, the burst damage. Like, it's a bunch of little modifier passives that stack together and stack together and stack together and stack together. We have like big stun and like a big hand of God just slams you down into the floor, dude. It is so nutty. It is actually nutty. Like, the rest of the damage, the rest of the kit is good. The healing is fine. That stays. They get him as a spell, which is kind of nutty. And Casa dispels too, which apparently has no backlash effect either, which is kind of insane if that's true. I thought it always did for some reason, but I guess it just doesn't anymore. I don't know why that happened. Oh, they paused out. I think this should still be pretty strong. Boys, let's get ourselves some 5V5 1V1 DUELS today. Yo, let me get the music back up and running here. This song is actually pretty good. Hope that's not too loud. I think my audio settings are all kinds of messed up. But hopefully, chat, that's not too loud. Yell at me for this. Look at the groups up and running here in a bit. The nerfed athlete. Yo, they came out of the affliction out of nowhere. I know they started off pretty strong and they had like a bunch of different talents that applied to the Warlock rather than the pet. But then they kept hammering them afterwards. I am surprised. I was actually having so much fun with my Affliction Warlock. I was gearing, trying to get a group together, trying to get myself a little bit gear, get a group together, trying to get myself a little bit of better gear for Affliction specifically, because it's a little bit more haze than Mastery heavy. And I just got my tier, and I want to be able to play it. I imagine like the changes they've gotten, they're still going to be pretty strong. Like, in general, they are going to be strong. But man, they did go after them like out of, for one reason or another. I don't know if they should have. Personally, don't know if they should have. Personally, I don't think they should have. You know what I mean? Also, does this ever... Is this just off for this character, or is this off for all of my characters? Where is it? This falls off for some reason. I don't know why. It keeps on max foreground FPS toggle and it just turns off. Well, I'm like, I kind of want it toggled. Appreciate you. Otherwise, my OBS goes crazy. Music pretty fine. It's pretty good. Look at that. Look at it. Listen to it. Yo, who got a group up and running, boys? Post them in raids I can see. We got ourselves a Lux with a 5-man raid to go with Chicago. Oh my goodness. Do we have a second one? Or they're gonna make a second group? Oh God. Oh, Stickman. Stick human? Why did he walk in and just blinded everybody? I don't understand. This man is still out here. Hold on, he bubbled it? Is he gonna run inside? Is he gonna get phased? Everybody's chasing after that guy. He's just running, dude. He's just running. He's phased. Oh no, that's how he's gonna get in and out, huh? He escapes. It's so weird to say this, but the human paladin escaped into Orgrimmar away from all the hordes. That should be a thing. But he fades, man. He faded in. What the hell is going on? I'm glad he didn't clap me. I guess he just was panicked, maybe. Maybe get dismounted, immediately blinded, just landed, bubbled, and ran. Anyway, can you give a close up on the front of your mount? There we go. Close up. Here we go. You'll even get some tongue. Get some tongue action. Oh, there it is, LV. Does that satisfy your curiosities? Oh God. Is this a fetish? Hold on a second. Hello now. What's up, Jake? I do my man. Hope you have a good one, my guy. I mean, the volumes are fine. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I can turn them up if I need to them. If you guys think it could be a little bit louder. Is this ready? No. I didn't expect for it to be that ready. What is this song, dude? This is such a weird one. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate it. All right. I'll make a second group. 5v5 1v1 duels. Boys, if you're not in Team Chicago and you want to join in, second group listed, Raid's Legacy, Molten Core, get in here. Guten Abend, what's up, boss? On the other side of my man, hope you have a good beastly, my boy. How are you doing? You join us in some Demonology or Affliction. What have you played? Demon is also another spec that got buffed, and they're also getting nerfed too. Let me pull up the whole list of class changes that are coming up this week. The Paladin nerfs are in now, but there's the other nerfs are gonna be in little by little. Dude, they've been putting so much Diablo stuff on the WoW head, which is good. Like, it's good that, you know, people are interested in that stuff. And I am too. But like, man, when I look at WoW head, I want to see WoW stuff. Is it just me? Is it just me? All right, so the changes coming up this user reset. One that was surprising me is the Frost DK one. I'm actually quite surprised by it. Is Frost like out of control or something? It's getting nerfed. Which is kind of out of left field. Then we got a Hunter Beastmaster kill command damage reduced by 10%. They just buffed it, but I guess they're nerfing it again. They're keeping the barb shot and the cobra shot damage though. Yeah, it's like, well, you just you just buffed Beast Mastery, boys. Come on, and then a nerf in marksmanship by 4. Survival damage reduced by 10 of Mongoose Bite. Why? Why is Mongoose Bite getting nerfed by survival? Why is survival getting nerfed in the first place? You should try and mix it up and do 1-in-1 CTF. A CTF? What's a CTF, Jamie? How do you, by the way, my guy? I hope you have a good one. The Warlocks will modify the output Grimoire Sacrifice to bring in line with the output of the Warlock Demons. So they are nerfing Grimoire Sacrifice. Like if you use Grimoire Sacrifice while running Wrathful Minion, normally it buff your damage by 15%. It's only going to be 10. That sucks for PvP too. It's 5% nerf here and a 5% nerf here. That just sucks in general. But against Grimoire Sacrifice is good. But like, I don't know. Grimoire Sacrifice, the Grimoire itself does more damage though. Oh, no, it does. Aw. That's unfortunate, man. Affliction, where with the removal of less impactful talents in both class specializations, Affliction received a lot of additional damage. Yes, they did. It's been good. And increased the damage beyond what was intended. We're making these adjustments to bring them in line with all the deals. Damage done by spells and abilities reduced by 2. Not a big deal. Darkblade damage reduced by 20. Kind of a big deal. That's Bird's damage and AoE cleave damage, because Darkblade has better cleave now. Much better AoE cleave. While being single target focused. It's kind of a cool pet right now. So that kind of sucks to see. Then you get Demonology, same deal. Straight to Demonic Fellstorm, nerfed, which kind of sucks. But you can buff up your demon now by quite a bit, like baseline buffs. And drop by damage by 10. Also kind of sucks. Well, what can you do? Do we have more signups? Did I miss any? Yo, we need a full man team for the group that I have listed over in the LFG, boys. If you guys want to join us, you're more than welcome to. If you guys have any friends that want to join us, and you're more than welcome to. They changed the way BNet looks, doesn't it? Didn't they? Let me see if anybody else wants to join in, man. Maybe I could ask my boys. Hey, Feldman. Feldman. Wanna hop in for some duels this evening? Blue Dragon? Bursticus? He's already chilling. Chicago got a group up and running. Sea Druid. I want to see if Sea Druid wants it in. Hey, Sea Druid. Want in for some 5v5 1v1 duels? By the way, I kind of like the song. It mixes a little bit of like that, what's that artist that Colbrack used to listen to all the time? Like that Yelly artist. It's not quite the same, but that's what it makes it think of. It's like the Wubs and that mixed together. That kind of Screamo-esque, but not really. It's more just yelling. Capture the flag? 1v1 capture the flag. That'll be interesting, to say the least. That would be interesting. That Mollicles, beauty, how you doing? Get in here before the nerf ya. Coming through with groups. Yes, Chicago is coming through with the groups. I appreciate Chicago. I don't remember what Corbeck listened to. Blue Stally, I think it was. I'm not really bad with names. Like, you guys know me. I'm really bad with names. You need to join 5v5 once again. Dallas, my friend, 1v1 in BFA. It was fun. Did I get my ass clapped back in BFA? Yeah, I would love to, man. Sure, if you need me, yo, let me send you that invite, my guy. Sean wants to join in. Robbie wants to join in. Is this gonna be everybody with Baptist? Hold on, is Feldman in? Okay. Okay, so with Fellman in, Robbie is gonna make us 5 and Fellman 6 minus B5. So actually we have a 5-man with Fellman. Cool. Hell yeah. Have some fun, boys, yeah? Have some fun tonight. While I drink my coffee. So we're doing on Fellman and we're good to go. Yo, Team Chicago, hope you guys are raiding a bit here. Hope you guys are raiding a bit. Also, if you guys are new to the duels by any chance, the way we do this is whenever you get in the group, so once you get in the arena, we usually do a slash roll to figure out the order, first to last or whatever. Unless you do want to get yourself a spotlight for 1v5, you can ask the team like, yo, can I get a wacky little build I want to show down? Can I try without dampener? And that's really just a part of that social. Like if the group is cool with it, then yeah. Or if they're like, yeah, no, let's do rolls. If the group wants rolls, then everybody does rolls, man. You know what I mean? If not joining themselves, you won't be as good at spectating, narrating the fights. But I'm also not good at that to begin with, so it'll basically be the same, like, it'll be exactly the same, performance as Christers. So, I'm already rock bottom, it can't get worse, you know what I mean? Modvel, let's go. Let's go, my man. Oh, hold on. We're rated. Good. I'm gonna make BC lead since I have BC added. Can I get him banned? I mean, you're in. Wait, you mean like in chat? I would need to go through like a whole thing. Can you? Does YouTube have commands for unbanning or whatever? Is it about that time we unbanned Sean? Is it about that time? Maybe. Also, where are the events at? There we go. Do you guys like having events in the background or no events? Because I'm thinking of maybe rechanging some parts of the stream. Because I don't even have like Streamlabs available or anything. I'm OG, bro. Oh my god. What happened? Shanga banned shit like a while ago. Long while ago. But it's just kind of whatever. It's just a pain in the ass to like go, because I gotta go into like YouTube deep in the like settings, in the account settings and all that, to find people to unban. I don't think you can do like commands in YouTube chat, can ya? Or did they add some commands recently? Or did they add commands? I was pretty sure they added commands and stuff like that. Alright, Sean, I'll look into it next week. How about that, my guy? I'll look into it next week. I'll probably see that. I'm not gonna do it right now. Yeah, Nightbot unban, or I'm wrong. So on Twitch, usually you can do like a slash command to unban stuff. Nightbot should be able to unban things, but I don't know if there's a command on YouTube side. I thought they added commands that you could plug into the chat and it could automate that process on the back end. But like if I go to like the account setting and do like community stuff and go to like the ban section or whatever, then I gotta go and scroll until I find the name. But then again, I gotta remember which name it was in the chat because I don't remember. Yeah, how about next week, Sean? Because no stress, King. Oh, cool. Thanks you at least for giving me like a second here, because I gotta go through back end to be able to do any of that. Beastly, whisper me real quick on Real ID. Also delist, I'm sorry, I forgot to delist ya. I forgot to delist it for ya, but whisper me real quickly. Oh yeah, here we go. Beautiful. Whisper me real quick. Chicago, where you at, beauty? Where are you, beauty? Here we go. I'm gonna give you a quick whisper. Hit you with a dot. Honestly, should have hit Chicago with a dot. Because he would have been like, am I in trouble? Something happened? Chicago. I don't know why it has an L in there, or looks like it has an L for some reason. And Baldwin 91. Ah, why am I putting spaces in there? Got these. I know, my guy. I hope you have a good one. These what? I'm in the servers right now, have nothing to do with the WoW, and they ask me, what do you have as a profile pic whenever I talk? I'm in servers that have nothing to do with WoW. Oh, your oh yeah. It's a shoot shaman ability. What do you explain it to them? How do you explain it to them? It's just like Didgerio, but it's got enhanced and elemental and resto. So playing Evoker? Dude, Evoker's actually a lot of fun. I really gotta start playing my Evoker more often. I've been busy gearing all of my other alts, especially with like over the last few weeks I've been gearing my alts a ton. But I also did it not work? I had no target. Oh, of course I have no target. I misspelled Baldwin. It's a simple name, but I got a little brain. Little brain can't spell. Chat. Little brain can't spell. Hopefully this works. Any seed? Okay, we'll give it a second. Don't worry about it. Don't worry. Let's start this. Yeah, we will in a second here. AA. How you doing, by the way? I hope you have a good one. I kind of stopped playing it since it feels like I'm not pumping as much as it used to. It definitely had like a big like power cannon playstyle, like a glass cannon. And survivability feels worse despite the fact that it was buffed. Also I'm behind on gear. It is so since then people have still continued to gear their evokers, and they are still a hard-hitting class. They have survivability of like a hunter, or a little bit better than a hunter, but yeah, they're not the tankiest male class out there. Like they're similar to like an enhancement shaman, I'd say, but the damage they do, they crank as a caster. They crank. And I think what people value about them is just the ease of use, how like the G breath could stun everybody and they just blast everyone. Then you hit them with an oppressive roar and you throw someone in fear and it lasts for like ages and ages. And the damage they do, like consistent damage of like just beaming people down, it can be terrifying. But you need a lot of versatility. And I think a lot of mastery too. I don't know how haste heavy they are, but I think you do need quite a bit of mastery in your gear. Quite a bit of mastery in your diet. I played Evoker when they have armored Translog options in Dragon form. I just can't stand it. How would all those armors work to transmog a dragon though? I do wonder. I mean, they probably could like find a way to make this helm work on an evoker, but it just like, I guess they could try, right? I just feel like it'll be a panda thing where they'll be like stretched. Did that not work in a grand? Let's try Rook, Black Rook Hold. Let's see if Black Rook Hold works. Sent. Oh, Black Rook Hold works. Okay, so for some reason the other one didn't work. Beautiful. I think it's because Chicago DC'd. Is that why? You master plus crit in PvP if I remember correctly. Mastery and crit, so not even Versa? Because I know crit is good for them, but I guess you can jam yourself master a crit. Both of my ears can actually hear now. Oh, that was weird. Big Burst? Oh my god! His name is Big Burst! Login Evoker? Yeah, for sure, my guy. Sure. Let's get ready to rumble. Yo, hey, we got it, my guy. We got it, my man. Hey, oh my god, I'm excited. I love these duels, by the way. Every time we get a new patch, I feel like it's so... There's definitely duels feel a little bit more refreshed whenever you get like a new patch. I don't love it, dude. I don't love it. I don't love the song, though. Oh, so chat, can you tell I got a little bit of sleep last night? Whew. Not working on a project until 10 in the morning. I mean, it does wonders for your sleep, for your health. Oh my god, for my brain. Switch. We got ourselves Beastly locks over for the Team 1. Demonology Warlock before. Beastly going human. Wait. Is that normal? Wait, no, Beastly was always human. It's Diabolical was a normal at the time. Okay. For some reason, I got confused. Dress gonna be up next. Playing out into that two-hander. Fury Warrior this time. Not playing that single body Fury this time around. Beastly trying to see if he can get himself set up. Got himself an extra pet with a tire join in. Lots of demons spawning around. Dress gonna have to try to see if he can fight through with an ASUS as he's trying to re-engage with Beastly. That's gonna be mad damage out of this human dog. His Dress needs to go for a healer right now. Unless the tire just gonna clap him out. Finally decided, walked over to the China thing to maybe get an interrupt, but I don't know if he had one available. That or decided, wait, maybe I should walk to try and wait, maybe I should find on the side. And by the time that happened, Lath is getting blasted out by the Demonology Warlock. Immediately walked in and took all that pet momentum onto the Warlock, onto the Demonology, who's still in a bit of trouble, still struggling, kind of low in health, does get himself a blur. There's going to be a bit of bleeds available, trying to see if he can rush past Beastly, stunning up all these pets, looking for a bit of clean. Beastly with a port. And Lath looking to re-engage, using his demonic mobility to be able to hopefully catch up. Mordecai getting a hit sent in, but he does get a demon spawning right next to him. Should be able to use that demon to catch up a lot of healing. That Leech ends up healing quite a bit here, picking up Demonic Soul. Getting Leech healing from slaying the demon, and Leech healing from picking up the Demonic Soul and chomping down that cookie. Gonna be a more Demon Dog charging in. Big damage to the last. Might be in a lot of trouble. Double glaze onto Beastly, but he's gonna axe toss, gonna have himself a trinket, but still maybe in trouble. That Felguard is gonna do work. Just goes and chops him down. Felguard putting in the pressure. With Nick gonna be up next, swapping out from normally a Windwalker Sensei Monk, now playing the Paladin Nick. I like that. It's very simple. I also like your Mog, by the way. That tabard with that set, with a weapon, actually very fantastic look. You even got yourself the water pack. Mad damage on the beastly. Might just be going down here. Trying to see if you can just range him out. I think there's gonna be one more hammer needed. Yep, this is Paladin right after they've recently gotten nerf. Sean moving right in. Gonna be a blind. Cannot go for damage off of the blind. He's gonna have to go for stun. Nick just got himself range damage. Big hammer already. Could potentially be a karma. Sean might want to karma that big old hammer. Blessing protection gonna use that. Can't karma this one. Maybe a lot of trouble. Sean might be in big trouble. Hammer slamming down. Does go for a big heal. Looks like a lot of the burst pressure from Paladin has been nerfed, and you can kind of see the dividends being paid out. But at the same time, Sean did rotate a karma, wall 45 brewer, as well as a dampened harm, so that's a magic reduction by 60%. So that is a lot of defenses that overlapped each other for that Paladin burst. I do wonder how it's going to be the next Hodge, the next big hammer, the next go by Nick with Wing 7 and 1 minute cooldown. He should have himself a pretty big go, but I guess he just doesn't want to get in there because honestly, both of them are looking for a reset. Sean needs his cooldowns, but that's how monks play. And Nick knows exactly what that's how to play. He knows he's going to be sitting back there needing some cooldowns. What? Robbie, please, no, don't do that. Robbie, why'd you do that? At least I'm glad Sean broke that sap as soon as he saw it. Rob, you don't sap that guy. Maybe you're just running around just randomly spamming sap for no reason. I do that sometimes too, honestly. Trinket out of Nick, off of the legs exit. Gonna be Sean backing up out of there. I feel like... I do feel bad about that sap though, man. Yeah, question mark. I'm same aura. That sap was a little bit sketch. Big hammer hanging over Nick's Sean's head. Could be in trouble. Trying to go for a little bit of a ring a piece away from Nick. Trying to heal himself, maybe stabilize before the hammer slams down. Hammer does quite a bit of damage. That execution sentence is a bit of a haymaker. You can see it from a mile away that it's slamming down on you. And the more damage that a paladin can put in while the hammer is hanging over your head, the more damage that hammer collects off of your damage. So it takes a portion of all the hits you do. That's part of it. Hodge may be available. It's going to be immediate karma. Nick may be thinking about using a bubble here. It's going to be a big hammer hanging over Sean's head, but maybe able to bypass it. Going to be a big diffuse magic potentially. It is big diffuse magic. Stunning Sean. Big hammer does do quite a bit of damage either way. They're puncturing right through his defenses. Maybe in a bit of trouble. Could be going down. Big hammer. Oh, and Nick did bubble that one. Just to make sure he's actually safe. Modify. Trying to see if he can catch him. Big soul wake or soul essence break. I keep calling it soul reap or soul break. It's essence break. Breaking the man's essence, not his soul. Trying to consume his soul. Shield of itself for Nick. He's got himself also divine protection. 30% DR. Big shield available. So he's got himself as much survivability as he can. Got himself a proc of hammers for a second. He's going to be able to catch up with healing. Lay on hands up and catch back up to full. And Mop will try to stay on him as best as possible. Stun. Big hammer hanging over the Demon Hunter's head. Try to stay as aggressive as he can. Does he have any more defenses or maybe more mobility, any more utility? Can he survive this hammer go? Hammer, oh, hammer slamming you down. Oh my goodness. That hammer is such a delay. Robbie's up next. Robbie, I almost want to call you Robbie Rotten. Did you shot him out that? I think he walked up Consecration and just shot him out there just to make sure you get yourself a reset. Get a shot out to Nick. I think it may be in trouble. Big death mark. Unless Nick got summoned for this one, I think it's over. Yeah, Paladin with a full death mark, no defenses. There's only so much you can do in that situation. But Nick was slamming it out of the park, man. Man was just hitting home runs. Well done, little sus. That's what I'm going to call this guy, Robbie Rot. No, no. Oh no, Chicago. Maybe they come back. Trinket, they're back. We're good. Hold on. Maybe Chicago lagging a little bit, but could still turn around versus Rogue potentially. Oh no. Oh, please, 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 please. Come on. Oh no. The lag. Oh, that is the worst. Big burst gonna be up next. Gonna be going up versus Robbie. Oh man. I'm sorry, Chicago. I am so sorry. Wasn't it last week we had some DC problems too? Hopefully that'll pass after this first game. Gonna be Robbie getting smacked down with a hammer as Big Birds did pick up the eyes. Trying to see if we can take the round dog. Oh my god, that combo. That slashy, dashy little samurai combo of the Wake of Ashes, multiple strikes in a row. My goodness, that thing hits hard. Oh, why does it hit so hard? It is so strong. As you can see, this is Paladin with the nerfs. Still fairly competitive, still fairly strong, quite bursty either way. Lots of your abilities that are part of the same playstyle still do quite a bit of damage. It's just your big one-shot, one-bang go is no longer a guaranteed one-bang, like when you stun somebody. Gonna be a port immediately for Diabolicals as it Trinkets. Big Bird's trying to go for a little bit of recovery, playing into what looks like a Word of Glory, as well as a Flashlight instant cast playstyle. That means they can't just stand still and flash a light. They have to be using the ability on cooldown when it's available. Full stun on all these pets. Try to see if you can walk away from Diabolicals. Try to decide whether they want to stay behind the pillar with the pets or in front of Diabolicals out in the open. And those pets are still doing a number on you as Diabolicals is able to rampage right through you. These Felguards are doing a lot of work. Bubble out a big burst. Wants to make some damage happen. Wants to live up to his name. Going to be dark back with a little bit of a bubble for Diabolicals too. Just try to use mobility with a board just to get away. This is where burst may just want to hang back. Maybe get himself a little bit of healing. Got holy power off of that pet, but this is where Diabolicals, I think, is going to want to get a setup. He's trying to get close. He wants to let big burst just kind of sit there in place, and then maybe stun him, walk around, send the demon doggers in, maybe another pet. There he goes. There's the stun, there's the dogs, there's the curse, there's everything. Mortal running him out as he goes in for stun. Man, does he have anything to heal himself alive? Trying to go for some damage. May need layering hands right now. Immediately right now. The pets are stunned up. But he's stunned up himself. Needs a healer right now. Does he have a layer in hands? He better press it. Blind all the pets. Man needs a heal. Unless he's dead. Oh. That's why I think a layer in hands might have saved him. But maybe that was still on cooldown. Well done for the first game though, boys. Nick going in. We're getting some home runs out of here. Beastly holding his own. Diabolicals finishing up pretty well. Robbie get himself a couple of kills there too. And we had an unfortunate DC. But hopefully that'll just be like one of those things that'll be here and it'll come to pass. You know what I mean? Let's get us another group going, boys, yeah? Onomas. Hell yeah. Also another question that I have. Okay, that's saved. Good. Sure, nerf Paladin again, but first nerf Demo Warlock and Fist Reavers. Both discuss spec makes games so unfun. Is that from like in general perspective, Atho, or is that from a Paladin angle? By the way, they are nerfing Demonology Warlock. Have you seen it? They are nerfing Demonology Warlock. Felstorm and Demon Doggers are getting nerfed up. Atho, how you doing, brother? Oh my god, hope you're having a good one. Dude, Atho's been a crusader for the Paladin cause. It's like, these buffs are fair. Every other class, unfair. It has been like, I salute ya. This man is supporting the Paladin cause to the bitter end. He loves the Paladin boss, man. I'm sorry they had to cap you guys. I'm sorry they had to cap you guys. But you see, Nick did really, really well. Like, again, your burst is the only thing that got hit. Like, a slight little hit. Everything else does plenty amount of healing, plenty amount of damage. I think you guys are going to be okay. I think, like I said, I think the dev that does PvP generally does pretty good changes. Generally does some pretty good surgical changes. They're not all perfect. To be fair, not all perfect. And sometimes they do come in a little bit later than people wanted. But generally, they don't try to just kneecap a class and take it out of the meta. They try to reduce certain aspects that are making it stand out. But specific things. After, just give Paladin a try and tell me how you like it. Do you feel much worse than before? Or do you feel like a little worse, but like not too bad? Like, how do you feel right now? What's up, Reverence? How you doing, my guy? Hope you're having a good one. Don't want to waste space. If I did say again, I'm gonna dip. Sounds good. Sounds good. Chicago, you don't waste space, man. You know what? You would never waste space. Not in this arena, not in my heart. You're a beautiful butterfly. But if you want to dip because DCs, because I understand they can make experience like super unplayable and not fun, I totally get it. You're lovely and I love having you here. Either way. Did you queue? I queued it for Nagrand. I don't know if Nagrand works. I want to support a local Paladin nurse at home. I mean, man, Paladins were a wheelchair class for so long, and then you let the boy run for a little bit. He doesn't want to go back to the wheelchair. I think that's the problem. You gave him wings so they can fly, but then you try to rip those wings off. They don't like it. I can't blame him, man. I can't blame him. At the end of the day, I can't even blame anybody for like wanting their class to be like insanely strong. The last one, okay, Baldwin. I think gonna open the group maybe another G, yeah. Okay, invite me. I can help. Invite. I can help. I can help, unless you know how to do groups, Baldwin. If you don't know how to do groups, let me help you. If you do know how to do groups, I'll let you do your thing. ONYXIA, actually, so where we list the groups is we don't actually list them in custom PvP, we list them in legacy raids, so that anybody and everybody from like either faction can join us. But yeah, let me pass me the lead real quick if you can. Beautiful. I'll delist the group. I'll release it real quickly into... I do Raids Legacy, just again, so we can have cross faction, Alliance and Horde can join, and the homies can see it a little bit easier, because Alliance wouldn't be able to see the group, since we are a Horde group. I mean, this group has a mix of players, but... yeah. it is ran by, like, leaders Horde, so I think only Hordes would be able to see it. When we got the groups listed, boys, 5V5 1v1 DUELS listed. Yeah, that's not cool, Atho. Yeah, that's not cool. Yeah, that's not great. Yeah, telling somebody to just like, telling somebody, oh, hey, sir, how you doing, buddy? My guy, hope you have a good one. Your class didn't really get buffed up, but I wonder, because Shadowpraise generally do pretty well with the Paladins, with the silences, range damage, and the spell. I wonder if that class could potentially take down the Paladino threat. Although we don't want Paladins to be taken down, we just want to maybe like a competitor? Just an even match? But yeah, I thought that is not cool. Yeah, if somebody is like telling you, how would I... to go from human to Forsaken, race swap IRL. Let's go with that. Just keep it PG. Race swap IRL from human to Forsaken. Yeah, that's not great. That's not cool. That's not cool by anybody. Yeah, I think this whole thing is blown out of proportion a little bit. Definitely blown out of proportion. Paladin's a little busted at the moment. I think the nerf they've done to them recently should be maybe enough, but we'll see. Like, again, it looks like they just try to do something surgical with their nerfs. Let's do a grand. That sounds fun. I heard Red Paladins became gods. What's this about? Yeah, so Paladins were one-shot players. I mean, they have a lot more damage, they have better sustain, they have better cooldowns, a lot more defenses, but the biggest portion was they could just kind of one-shot somebody. Walks in, blast, lost another. Oh no. Oh. Okay, Chicago. One sec. The team lost another guy. Who did we lose? We lost... I think it was the monk, right? Yeah, I think it was Sean. Okay. Alrighty, boys. We got one more spot available. I think it's the right place now. No, you had it right. Yeah, you did have it right. I just pressed the list because it was like... accidentally pressed the list. Usually that's the first thing I do is just press the list, so I'm kind of used to it. But yeah, you had it in the right spot actually that time. Yeah, and I saw the war. Well, and it's not like every class was one-shotting. But then Dragonflight came around and like, they wanted less classes to be one-shotty. But then Paladins had this combo where you would stun a person and you would press a new finisher for them. Well, a different type of finisher. Like, you could choose between Final Verdict, which is like the range hammer. Or they could do... what's it called? Vengeance, Vanguard, something. I have no idea. Justica's Vengeance. Justica's Vengeance does normally 50% more damage against a stun target. That has been nerfed since. But normally does 50% more damage against a stun target. So you would stun somebody and do this big finisher slam. This finisher slam would also proc your Divine Storm, which does bonus damage. With this talent, passively, your bonus storm just does more and more damage. You also have Vanguard's Justice, where your finisher, main finisher, would do more damage based on the holy power that is spent. And I think that also applied for your Divine Storm as well. So you had like a combo that happened all at once. While you have a big old hammer over people's heads that collects a portion of the damage that you do. And then you also have a Wake of Ashes on top of it. And then they also nerfed a couple other stuff, but I don't remember exactly what. But there was just a little modifiers here, like things are doing 5% more Holy Strike damage. Crit damage of abilities increased by 5%. Your finisher does more damage here. You know, little things like that. So all these little things together became a big thing. Yeah, that's really strong. Really strong. Oh wow, Chicago, yeah, 1,000 latency. Jesus, my man. That is a lot to deal with. My god. Yeah, if this is super unplayable for you and you just kind of want to dip, man, I won't blame you at all. I won't blame you whatsoever. We got to get a couple more boys. Let's go. And we may need a +1 for Team Chicago, boys. May need a +1 for Team Chicago. So C-Rude, I asked him. He didn't say anything back. I guess he hates me. Does Burstus want to join stuff? Burstus? Hold on. Hey, yo, Blue. Yo, Blue. Yo, my boy, Blue. Would join us for some 5V5 1v1 duels this evening? Hey, my boy Blue. Also, this guy's name is Self-Hatred. His name's Self-Hatred. What class is he playing? Orc Rogue? I mean, I guess they did nerf sub-rogues recently, didn't they? So I guess that could work. Forbidden Reach. Oh, does Dragonblade want to join? Yo, Sind. Yo, Sind. hosting 5v5 duels right now. If you wanted to join. Let's see, Flozy PvEs. Blue, I'm down. Yo, huge. So we got a +1 here. Chicago, you wanna queue this next one? Or are you gonna dip? Let me know, my guy, because this group is good and ready. This group is hot and ready. Okay, hold on. Okay, this group is ready. Check in with other group, and we good to queue. Alrighty. Let me make you... Wait, Bursicus? Bursley. Yeah, make you lead. Good. Are we good, Chicago? Or you want to dip? Alaska... I can't spell dip. Chicago, they want to dip or they want to chill? Because I'm fine with the chilling. So basically, God, don't play no more. They gotta play no more. Yeah, they nerfed them down, Reverends. They're pretty strong, man. They're pretty strong, but they're strong. And I think the nerf that gotten recently, that was like very, very much requested by everybody. It's like, hell, please, Rep Alley's like, we're fine with the changes, but like that damage is insane now in PvP. In PvE, they're actually just fine, but PvP they got a lot stronger than before. And it was after they initially nerfed Red for PvP, and those nerfs were not enough. People thought, oh man, my class looks like I'm doing what? Crusader Strike does 80% less damage? Oh, phooey, I'm gonna be bad. And then it's like you walk in and you slam damage. And it's like, I don't know, that 80% Crusader Strike probably didn't do much, did it? Just saying. What are we doing, the Grand? We haven't done a Grand at all. Let's get a girl in the Grand here. Sorry, been caught off live. What's up, Gavin? You good, my man? Don't worry about it. Hey, life comes at you fast. Nothing you can do about it. Just know the duels are here and the homies here are always Gavin. You're always welcome to join us. You're always welcome to hang out with our boys, man. We always host these. New changes came in. Probably going to be new changes next week. All the good stuff. You're always welcome, friend. No worries. People also make threads about Reds being too overpowered after the nerfs, lol. I wonder how many people, because you'll be surprised how many people don't pay attention to like a blue post, right? They would have got one shot by a Red a couple of days ago and they haven't queued solo since. And they're still making threads about stuff, but they haven't like known that, hey, there's a new blue post, Red Pal got nerfed. They have no idea. You'll be surprised how often that happens. I don't want to say anything bad, but like as someone who does YouTube, I pay attention to like people asking me questions all the time, and you'll be surprised how many repetitive questions I get. Like I could release a video like, hey, here's all the new class changes that have happened, and you'll have somebody in chat the same day pop into the stream and be like, hey, so is Paladin OP? It's like, yeah, they actually got nerfed today. I made a video about it. No clue. But it's perfectly normal. Like you'll be surprised how often it happens, and it's like, switch. It's actually weirder to keep track of all these things as often as we do on this channel with the community. You know what I mean? Burstika's gonna be first up as stress charges, then Big Stormball going in for mad damage in the opener. Trying to see if it can maybe ramp up or as Burstika's? I'm gonna mess up your name. Barst. Bar. Let's go Bar. Big hammer hanging over his head. Man trying to go for a bit of defense. I think he survived the hammer. That thing is deadly. Can you reflect the hammer? Like at the last thing, just pop reflect and have it go into the Paladin instead. Or I guess you have to reflect the hammer before it even appears on you, don't you? Bar tried to see if he can maybe survive the Fury War is actually holding his own here. Hodge follow doesn't have anything. I think maybe over as the Paladin looking for a bit of an escape behind the pillar. Couple of hammers just walking away looking for a bit of recovery real quickly. Is Big Burst gonna try to see if he can toss a wood, and Bars did not use Bubble or Bop or any of those big defenses, so he may be okay. I wonder what's his try to go for a blind to Big Burst. I wonder what's his how we're looking on the Divine Protection, because that is a cooldown that I can't really see, or I can't really see in terms of like CDs in the top right, top left, but I can, like if I'm paying attention to the actual character, you'll see a little like bubble, and it has a little bit of like a little pulse, a little bit of a pulsing effect. So if I'm paying attention using my little peepers carefully, I can see if he's using it or not. Blind by Big Burst. I was going to say blind by the Paladin, but which one? Both of them in the same class. Gonna be a stun by Burst. Trying to see if he can go for a big go. Got himself a big old hammer hanging over Big Burst's head, and did go in for a big old wake of Ashes wombo combo. Burst trying to see if he can survive this damage with a Shield of Evidence. Wasn't able to survive the initial slam by the hammer. Trying to get a little bit counter aggressive, but definitely wants to go for self-heal and playstyle as best as they can. Bar popping up the big defensive. There it is. A little bit of that boom boom effect. Gonna be big shield. Maybe he can survive the big hammer. Trying to see if he can turn the damage around. Live with the hammer just fine. His shield event is holding on strong. Burst may be in trouble. Use the blessing of what is it? Sanctify. Wait, hold on. but it's not Blessing Protection, it's not Bubble. It is a Spell Warden. Gives him immunity to magic damage. Bars can still do some physical damage, but with Paladins being so holy heavy, actually does end up being quite a good bit of protection. Burst has a big hammer hanging over his head, trying to play defensive with a stun. Maybe big damage reversal. Bars does go in for a bubble. Burst at no help whatsoever. No bubble available. And this one Burst comes back, and Burst does it again. A Crusader strike, chopping him up at the very end. And with last Evoker charging in, got himself the Ivory Drake look getting interrupted, but does get himself some CC protection and could go for a little bit of self-heal as well. Definitely is going to have to get good line of sight of Bar, slow him down. Hand of Freedom is going to keep the Paladin moving, try to see if he can escape the roots as well. Last will make sure that he's maintaining his health as best as he can. Definitely has to make sure you got good line of sight, keeping Pally out in the open. Big hammers coming in. Oh my god! The Lizard stood no chance. Bars was able to cleave and carve right through him. Is this going to be the chance for Nick to potentially take down Bar and go for a full sweep on Team 2? Chat, this is awesome. Rigged, honestly. Game didn't let me deep breath. That is weird, yeah. Is it line of sight maybe or something? Or is that an Evoker bug? Because they do have some bugs. But I wonder, this is the nerf version of Pally, chat. This is Pally after nerfs, Paladin after dark. And they're doing this kind of damage after the nerfs. Like, it's just, oh my god, alright. Well, Bars is actually waiting until he can get himself a bubble. Blessing Protection isn't ready unless he got him some Spell Warden. And Chicago, oh, hey, how you doing? Had a bit of a DC, but it is going to be there for the team 1. With Nick going to be up next. Chicago should hopefully be able to hold the fort. They are having a bit of a DC issue, though. But I hope they'll actually be able to get a chance to play. Gonna be some Paladin exchange here in the opener as Nick getting stunned up immediately. Got himself a trinket blind. I think it was by Nick for a second. Hammer for hammer. Gonna be potentially even big defense on Nick. Does have a big hammer for Bar. He has himself a big shield of it. Should be able to hold on. That shield of it absorbs a lot of damage now. Blessing of protection up for Bar. Trying to see if he can play it super safe. Nick can go for a bunch of range damage. Trying to see if he can get out of melee range of Bar while throwing judgments at the guy. Anything that's holy damage can pierce past the blessing of protection. It only protects you against magical damage, but the blessing is nothing against the holy fire. Blind by Boris, he's looking for a bit of an escape behind the pillar, looking for a reseal. Nick got himself a hand of freedom, got himself instant cast heals as well. Both of them playing the instant cast flash heal. Nick may be in trouble, could be not a bubble situation. Stun to Bar, does a hammer killing right here? Might be in trouble. Does the hammer do a lot? Hammer did a bit of damage. Bar tried to see if he can escape with that hammer as well. Does he have the healing he needs? It's gonna be big fireworks, but Nick is ready to go. Bar may be in a bit of trouble. Does the hammer do a lot? The Sam's down quite a bit, super low in health, does go for lay on hands in order to catch up. Nick maybe able to get lay on hands as well. Got him some spell warding, immune to magic damage. I can actually just walk right through all the damage of Bar. Got wings at the radiant too, but Bar tries to see if he can avoid him. Maybe hand for him to give himself some mobility. Next stun could be the end game ender here actually. Shield advantage for Bar, does end up defending himself from that stun. Nick tried to see if he can break through his shield. Bar got a stun of his own. Wings available. Oh, Nick's shield ended up blasting the back actually. Oh my god. That is crazy. The Shield of Vengeance just blasted him back, man. Oh my goodness. He went in for damage. That was the play. He should have taken a step back from Shield of Vengeance, though. That thing just exploded right back at him. And Nick is in a lot of trouble. As the second to last man left, last Paladin on Team 1. My god. Hazel trying to see if he can catch up to him. Can he? He has himself a good situation right now. The Paladin got not a lot really left in the tank. You gotta wait until next layer in hands, which is gonna be up maybe in 3-ish minutes. Bubble available in about 2. Trying to see if he can catch up in health. Using the Wake of Ashes just to get himself that wombo combo to build up the holy power. Stun him to haste. Is he gonna back up out of there? Haste actually goes in for a trinket. Nick does have some wings available. Big hammer ready for Haster. And Haster, as long as he's super carefully, he will be able to escape the hammer above his head. Fear onto Nick. Does have a trinket. Stun to follow. Looking to lock him down. Big void eruption. Does take the hammer damage for a second. But Haster, for the most part, is okay. Nick got him some pretty big shield of vengeance. Honestly, might want to stay aggressive while the shield is holding on, because that's going to be pretty big shield to slam back at Haster. It's a bigger shield. That means the splashback damage is a lot bigger too, since you can buff the value of the shield as well, up to like 100k worth of absorb, maybe more depending on the gear, probably more with versatility. Nick sending another hammer back at Haster. Haster may need something for this one. Will definitely get low. Might decide to go flash heals and maybe a power word life if it ever gets super low. But he's definitely wants to get aggressive. Shadow Crash missing Nick as Nick trying to see if he can reposition to the other side of the pillar. Hand of freedom keeping him moving, but that mindful insanity can actually steal right through ya. If you can get the Paladin out in the open, go for a couple of mind flays, get yourself tentacle spawning in, you'll be in a golden spot. Nazathi interruptions all over, and Nick does end up spiking or at least attempted to spike right through the Scythe, and still taking a lot of the passive damage. Tentacle's on the ground for a second, I think trying to kill it maybe. Tentacle not really attacking you, it's just kind of looking at you. What's going on? Big Hammer over Haster's head, does get stunned up, maybe in big trouble. The hammer could be in the end of you. Haster, do you have anything for this one? Oh, he set up the perfect hammer go. Oh my god, that was the perfect hammer go. Even if Haster, like, there's nothing Haster can do. Maybe Divine Protect, Divine Plea, and then just hope that you have enough health to survive that hammer. But he ramped up that hammer. Like I said earlier, the hammer collects a portion of all the damage in this Paladin. The harder you hit with them holy hits, the stronger that hammer becomes. So if you stun him, put up the hammer, go through full burst rotation, that hammer gets supercharged and then slams down with just all of its might. Beast is going to be up next versus Nick, trying to see if he can stay on him as best as possible. Double Felguard chasing after him. Going to be Demonology charging him as well. It's going to be Axtos interrupting him and stunning him right before he can get up a full tower. And Big Hammer hanging over his head. But he got himself the big divine, or the divine, I was going to say divine protection. But no, it's going to be a Dark Pact. Dark Pact. Actually, Divine Protection, Dark Pact, DP, both of the same ability. Big damage out of the Paladin. Beast with a wall. May not be enough right here though. Nick super low in health as well. Does have a layer in hands. I don't know if he can use it. Beast has no health whatsoever. Nick also has no health whatsoever. Needs whatever heal he can. 8 minutes of the duel, 44% dampening. Trinkets out of the stun immediately. We're just going to take down the Obelisk for a second. Just to diminish the value of this pest. But that Felguard is putting him work. If that Felguard is single target heavy, he can still just take it down behind the pillar. Tyrant join in. This way you want to get away from the Tyrant. Line inside that thing. Big Wake of Ash. Oh, slamming him down. Bringing it back for his team. Mothful charging in. Leaping in. He's just bloodthirsty. Wants to end the Paladin immediately. Blind by Nick, but the man is just out of options. Mothful does not want to give you a chance here at all. Chicago, last one left over for team one, hopefully. Please, Blizzard guys, don't stand onto this boy. Any DCs. Let Chicago have a good old run. As Feldman tried to give him as much of an opportunity for an auto duel here. Trying to make sure, hey, I want to fight you, but only whenever you have like, are you good? Are you not DC'd? Are you all good to go? Try to make sure that he's having as much of a fair match as he can. He wasn't going to give the Paladin the fair match. He saw how strong Paladins are. He wanted to make sure that his team at least gets a chance to play. And Feldman Gonna try to see if we can take down the Paladin threat. Gonna be a stun. Big ascendants for Chicago. Taking a lot of damage. We'll have to activate the Guardian. You're just running wall for now. We'll rotate Guardian afterwards. The more damage and healing you do, the more damage and healing you get. Modfell super low on health. Has the darkness. Alien Blast. Absorb right into the darkness. Give an opportunity to slay the demon. Pick up the demonic soul and stay on Chicago as best as he can. Try to see if he can Sergeant throw him. No more defensive left for Modfell. He's gonna have to use that Vengeful Retreat and crowd control at his best. If you use Vengeful Retreat to immune CC or immune sub damage, oh, that LA Blast came down after you have landed from a Vengeful Retreat. While you use Vengeful Retreat and while you're mid-air after Vengeful Retreat, you take less damage and immune to CC. But as soon as you landed, that's what Chicago knew. Alright, that's where we slam in. Diabolicals also wants to give Chicago as much of a chance. Yo, make sure you're not deceiving, dog. I want to give you a proper duel here. Chicago runs it, quick bow, goes behind the pillow looking for catch-up as we hit on that 55% dampener here, boys. Demo Warlock's a solid counter to Reds right now. Demo Warlock's in general pretty solid, especially with how the main Felguard pet can be so single target heavy. And that can be strong if you can single out an enemy. That Felguard can do a lot of damage by itself. Big LA Blast, but Chicago, Diabolicals got himself defenses really early on. Mordecall sending Chicago not behind the pillar, kind of sort of out in the open. Diabolicals is punishing Chicago with a couple of Demon Bolts. Chicago does have some defenses coming back in. It's going to be an Axe Toss, full obby. That's actually lots of damage. Trying to follow. Chicago's going to be in a lot of trouble right now. Not much they can really do. Maybe Wall run away from the pets. Definitely take down the obby, but oh, the Diva Doggers and the Obelisk and the pets. I mean, Diabolicals, pint size, shaman totem size. Warlock is able to claim that victory at the end. That's a rough one. You walk it into a Warlock with not a lot of defenses. There's only so much how that could turn, and then you also know dampening to give you any dampening, kind of suppressing any healing you do. So it's not much you can really do there, but definitely played really, really well. I like how they at least kept trying at it. You know what I mean? Let's get ourselves another one here, boys. That was a fun one. I mean, it's a lot of Paladin doing stuff. Let's be honest, there's a lot of Paladin running in and having a good time. But I had a lot of fun with that one in general. Pancake Lock. I do love Diabolicals though. I love that you're a gnome. Like, I'm a bit, normally I'm so used to like seeing everybody play human, orc, night elf. You know, having a gnome warlock is a nice, refreshing pacing. Although when it comes to transmogs and like doing your character for thumbnails, gnomes and mogs don't get along. Like, there's only a handful of mogs that look good on a gnome, so I'm very limited in what I can do. Like human, Night Elf, Blood Elf, whatever, all good proportions. But when I do it on a Gnome, just to keep it accurate, yeah, it kind of falls apart fairly quickly. Baldwin is ready. Chicago, let me know if you're ready, and we'll get another queue. If you guys are looking for more, let me know, and we'll get the boys in here. We'll get the boys to join ya. I think Subbroke has the best chance against the Demo. Not after their nerfs, though. I don't think so. After their burst nerf? You mean like with the Vanish cooldown reduction? Maybe, but like not after the nerf to their burst, man. Not after that. Like they usually have to go behind the pillar and they have to get kind of away from the Warlock, and they're just sitting with that Felguard. But another Felguard is a credible threat. You have to go faster and you don't see the burst. They got nerfed. Like if you yesterday, I guess I was gonna say if you've seen, but no, you were actually there. Like Gloosh, and it was what's his face? Why I said what's his face? That sounds so mean. I'm really bad with names. Crap, who was the chat? Yesterday EU Rogue, Sub-Rogue. Grifka. No wonder I couldn't remember the name. It's like it's not an easy one. Grifka. Although I feel like that should be an easy one because Griff is a name from like Rooster Teeth, Red vs. Blue. If you ever watched that Halo Machine back in the day, you imagine I would remember it because Griff was a pretty normal name back then for that show. Was it cheap for BH? It was. But like he saw Paladin and saw that Paladin was just dominating. He had to take him out. He had to, dude. It's part of the 5v5 1v1 duels. You can give each other honor duels, but you're not forced to. If you want to give each other honor duels, you are allowed to. But there's nothing that says you are forced to give each other honor duels. It makes it for interesting social interactions. And this Magic Gaga. Oh, Ivo. I think Ivo maybe. So Ivo, by the time you're watching the stream, I'm just seeing your message right now. It looks like your stream is actually a little bit delayed. If you check the YouTube and you can click the button for live, it'll put you to the most recent footage. I noticed that on YouTube, and somebody else mentioned it too. On YouTube, a lot of people do end up watching the streams kind of like a little bit delayed. And a lot of people notice that, oh, there you'll get some of the chat messages from like what happened 5 minutes ago. But yeah, just letting you know, it's a little bit delayed for you. But if you click the live button, you'll see the most recent thing. Or if you stay where you are, you'll see everything as it catches up. But that's the only reason why I'm not responding to your messages immediately, because there's a bit of a delay. Which? We got ourselves Draz gonna be first up versus Monfeld. Just wants to get in there immediately. Doesn't want to give this boy too much of a chance. Big asses a break to follow Draz, trying to see if he can clash right through him. As an Ivan comes out by the Demonology. Big cut to follow Draz, is trying to see if he can hold his ground and find the man. Rotating defenses and offensive. Trinkets out of that fellow eruption. Monfeld also just holding his ground. They're just basically PvEing each other. Who has more damage? Monfeld looks like he's kind of losing out on that sustained damage. No big hits out of Draz. The man is just absolutely pummeling down the team without trying to go for a shatter through immunity. I love the move. Might just be able to execute him. Stormbolt has it out for it somehow. I don't know how he broke out of it against a Feared Zerker Rage. That's what it was, but is able to claim a victory at the end there. Diabolical's up next, and the Demonology Warlock. Is he going to give Jez an opportunity to recover? I don't think he will. Yeah, setting out Demon Dogs immediately did not give him a chance to get second wind. But then again, we're not super high into dampening right now, so maybe Jess can still catch up. Does have pets that he can turn around and start hitting. Bloodthirst on the pets is huge. If you get that Felguard behind you, behind the pillar with you, and start bloodthirsting off of it, using impending victories, you can start catching up a little bit of healing. Just to make sure he's line-of-sighting Diabolicals though at the same time. It's a lot to manage here. Mans does not have a lot of defenses though, but it looks like the pets are going to claim you. That Felguard is actually kind of a threat now, isn't it? They really made it pretty strong. Gonna be Chicago up next. Walking next to Diabolicals, sending out Demon Dogs immediately. Chicago looked like wants to go in and give him an duel, but Diabolicals just kind of sent in the demons immediately as soon as he saw him. Axe toss on Chicago, maybe lagging a little bit. Could be in a bit of trouble. Does have himself quite a bit of healing though either way. Looks like somebody's healing you. I'm not really sure what. Maybe just the Earth Shield and passives. Gonna be Diabolicals blasting him out, looking to go for a bit of a reset around the top side of the bridge. Maybe even moseying over towards the gate to maybe even take the gate for mobility. Sending out more pets to Chicago, but looks like Chicago is definitely lagging right now. So they're definitely experiencing a bit of that MS. Maybe in a lot of trouble. Might not be able to do much here. Yeah. That's super unfortunate. Diabolicals at least kind of stopped his aggression. He's like kind of not pulling his pets back. He's got to keep him there. But it's giving Chicago an opportunity. But if Chicago is having DC problems, then... oof, yeah, that's unfortunate, man. Yeah, that's a full hard DC at this point. That is very unfortunate. I like how Chicago's still healing. I don't really know what's healing him. Maybe back? Oh, Diabolical stop. I think he's gonna still die either way. Chicago. Yeah. There's not much you could do. I wouldn't put that against Diabolicals. Because we do have to keep the games going. If it is DC like that, that is super unfortunate, Chicago. I'm sorry about that, fam. We do want to keep the games rolling though, I guess. That is unfortunate. I am so sorry. Well, hopefully the, again, like last game it looked like the MS wasn't too bad of an issue. Again, hopefully it'll fade away. You know? Nick gonna be up next versus Diabolicals, going in for the big hammer, big wings, big everything. I'm sorry, Chicago. As Nick cannot connect with that ball because that board, that gateway, everything is just giving him lots of mobility. Nick breaking out of that stun, himself as human racial was used up. Spell ward into immune, any magical damage, but actually the best do quite a bit of physical right now to Nick, so he's not actually out of the woods just yet. Especially with that Felguard chopping right through him. Diabolical's health is super low. Mortal Coil at Nick could potentially be a bubble. The man actually cannot bubble. Wait for Barracks is up. Man could be in a lot of trouble right now. Does get himself divine protection, blind troll defense. Doesn't give him survivability. Could still be in a lot of hurt. Demon Dog is charging in. Do you have a bubble back up? Do you have a bubble back up? Because you might just die right here. Felguard back here with Demon Doggers. You're just chopping right through you. Man did get himself a Baron's back and he didn't even bubble. He just pressed Leon hands. He's looking for that recovery. As Diabolical is going to send more demons, more fiends, more ghouls behind the pillar. Axe toss is a big hammer zone. Diabolical said if you could just keep his range away from Nick and not let him hit him while the hammer's up, he'll really limit the damage that hammer can do. Like really limited. Look at that hammer. It did like nothing. Oh, it did stuff, but it didn't do nothing in comparison to like how much damage it technically can do. Shadow Fear around the corner. Bats could do it. Stun into Diabolicals. Does himself a bit of a shield. Nick with a bubble. Good potential to turn this around. Big damage to Diabolicals. Got himself a soul burn with a Hellstone to give himself a bit more healing. Does he have mobility? Does he have anything at all? Could be in a lot of trouble. Demon Dog is charging in. Kind of limited. Big hammer hand over his head. Gotta slay the Paladin before the hammer takes you. Could just die to the hammer right now. Is it dead to the hammer? No, not yet. Tyrant joined in though. Nick might be in trouble. Tyrant, oh, what are you doing? Oh, finally Tyrant got himself one cast in there. Nick does jump after that box at no health. This man survived that? Oh no, Latha. Oh no. Oh my goodness. Had to take the opportunity when he saw it, huh? Had to slay him. Gonna be a big old Tyrant join in. Looks like Lad does not go for an interrupt, although he did have an interrupt. Mad damage to the Beastly. Could be in a lot of trouble. Big old deep breath. Trying to see if he can blast out Beastly. That's gonna be a big disintegrate on him as the man got himself a few extra defenses rolling in. Disintegrate doing quite a lot of work. This needs a lot of healing right now. The Renewing Blaze trying to see if he catch you up, but those pets are absolutely just racking right through you. My goodness, what is going on? Lad trying to see if he could go for root on these pets, mobility in order to give himself a bit of healing, looking for the full recovery, and Beastly kind of limited what he could really do. Demon Bolt's getting sent in. Gonna be Demon Doggers for the Disintegrate. Eternity Search could be taking the Beastly down, does get locked out, but it's gonna be an Axe Toss to lock out. Lathwalker with a Stun Raptor, does have a Trinket, but still locked. He's got himself a bit of immunity. Having to break out of it, but oh, the Felguard just absolutely slays you. My goodness, that is rough. My goodness. Catboy Naj gonna be up next. Full bleeds of the Beastly. Just gonna kind of let the bleeds do work, I guess, yeah? Needs to be kind of a little bit careful with the Felguard. That thing does a lot of damage. Look at the damage! Every time the Felguard attacks you. Hold on, every few auto attacks, the Felguard just does a lot of damage. Look at the damage the thing is doing. I mean, Beastly is taking some damage with the bleeds too. But that Felguard with the Obelisk, I mean, that could do work. And Catboy Naj does end up slaying down Beastly Lock. With haste, you're going to be second to last overall for the team too. The Feral Druid, I feel like should have a pretty much normally an easier matchup against the Shadow Priest, but you are walking into this duel with some cooldowns already burned. That's going to be Incarn that's been used. Does have defenses, but we are quite high in the dampening, so I wonder which way this is going to go, because so far the dots as well as the Mindbender are actually putting in quite a bit of pressure on the Feral Druid. Got himself a main with a Haster. Haster no longer with a Trinket. Does have some eruptions of the Catboy Notch, so you got at least some kind of sustained damage down into a Trinket by the Feral Druid. Trying to see if he can keep the damage pressure rolling into Catboy, but he's trying to go for a bit of wrinkle behind the pillar, but the Devouring Plague is eating right through him right now. Fear on the Cat, but he does go for the bite, going behind the pillar. Got himself the big Heart of the Wild, man. Guy got a big heart, and that Heart of the Wild is going to give you a bit of extra defense, a bit of damage reduction, mad healing, like a half mana cost on all your heals, and also a bit more magical damage for Feral Druid, since you're like Boomkin hybrid. Magic damage, I think Arcane specifically is going to be a little bit stronger than normal. Flash heals up for Haster. As Cabonage trying to go for a bit of re-heal. There's going to be quite a few bleeds rolling into Haster. He can't really deal with his bleeds easily. He can't shed these bleeds. He can only heal right through them. And as long as Cabonage can maintain himself and keep the bleeds onto Haster, then maybe okay. He should get himself a little bit of a shield, a little bit of a desperate pair. Also has himself, if he's ever low, he has Power Light as well as a Breaker Base, so he has a lot of cooldowns to deal with this. I think he just got to get some doubts on the Cabonage and put the pressure back in on the Feral. Maim off of that stun. Haster could be in a lot of trouble. Got himself a little bit of healing, but those blades are just riding right through you. And Cabonage does end up eliminating him just with dots alone. Had to play it super safe, so he's really going in for the hit and run playstyle. Run in, send in the bleeds, make sure they're deep, back up behind the pillar, make sure you healed up. Basically, not ever giving the priest a line of sight. And whenever you do meet him out in the open, you always have him stunned up or slowed, so you can't really catch up right after you. But Cabonage versus Bar may be in a bit of trouble. That is a Paladin. If he's running Blessing Protection specifically, not... If he's running Blessing Protection over Spell Warden, then he could definitely remove those bleeds. But we'll see what kind of a setup Bar is running here. But Cabonage has cooldowns coming back up very, very soon. Try to go in and maybe see if he could get right past that Consecration to maybe go for the Rake Stun. Ends up going for the Bash instead. Got a couple of bleeds onto Bar. But I think he's going to let just bleeds kind of rot right through the Paladin armor. Maybe. But Bar has plenty of healing. At 46% dampening, there's not much you can really do. A Cowboy just trying to make sure he gets himself a proper opener. He wants to make sure he gets himself that Rake Stun in the opener. Bar trying to see if he can deny it. Cannot really go for proper Rake Stun. Big trinket available for Cabonage off of that Hodge. Trying to go for Horse, but he's rooted. I want to use Hand of Freedom. Trying to see if he can maybe catch up to Cabonage. Can he land inside him? Can we meet him? No, the man just goes for a reset behind the pillar. It's a Bar that his wings used, but at least only 1 minute. I wonder what kind of a objective I try to play here, Cowboy. I think he's trying to see if he can get himself a proper opener. There he goes. Now he's popping in full cooldowns. Now he wants to stay in. Now he wants to be in here. Make some gameplay happen. This is going to go for the main. Let the dots do work. I think he's going to really prioritize those dots and never get hit by Paladin. Got himself a re-stealth while not a coordination. But it looks like somebody's maybe going to get him a stealth. Almost. Let's see if on a leap. Maybe he can go for Skull Bash and a stun. He got himself cooldowns already. He got himself lots of damage available. Wants to go for that proper stun. Does not quite get it. Does have a maim though. So he's playing very, very hit and run. Like super hit and run. So for Bar, he may just need to wait until he has every cooldown available. Might just set a bubble at some point and just going for full burst. Gonna be a stun into Cabonage. Have some Bar skin. Is it gonna be enough though? Hold on, get it caught out. Hold on. Maybe that's why Cabonage was playing super, super defensive. Wall Bar skin, bear form, everything. Popped out a bear form in order to get himself a heal. But did try to do everything he can to reduce that hammer damage. He's still not in the woods just yet. And this one, Mad Hammer's getting thrown in by Bar. Huge output on the Cabonage. May just be dead and over with. Main for a second. Oh, this is why the Feral was playing. I know some of you guys are probably like, why is this Feral just playing super safe? Why is it just not running in there? If that man just ran in headstrong, that's exactly what would have happened. At least he gave himself kind of a fighting chance playing it super slow and steady. My goodness. Paladins, man. This is the nerf version of Paladins too. My goodness. Yeah. Can you guys feel the nerfs? I can't see the nerfs. Believing is seeing, you know? Seeing is believing. Let's get us another going here, boys. Uno más. Let me know when the group's are ready. Diabolical no more. Like with the Sinister Jester Mog would be so epic. I agree with that, Kurt Shell. Chicago is a legend. Dude, Chicago is fantastic. Although Chicago today is having some DC issues. And lag issues, MS issues, which is not fun. It's never fun. It's never fun. Why can't I fast forward this? That's a good question. I think I should be able to fast forward streams. As soon as Elon Musk enables time travel. Not invents, enables. It's a setting IRL somewhere in here. Do we need help? Go to eat real quick. I want you to get going. Sounds good. So BC is gonna be gone. I'll lead for the moment. Okay. So Nick got lead from Team Chicago, boys. Nick, where you are? Nick got lead from Team Chicago, and he's going to be filling the group up. I'm also going to be filling this group up as well. Groups are going to be, I believe yours also in LG. So, yes, no, my group is going to be in Legacy Rage Chat. So if you guys want to join us over on the Team NA, Alliance and Horde, doesn't matter what rating you are, doesn't matter what gear you got. If you just want to join us, we got a group listed over in the Raids Legacy section. Hey, sure, I'm bringing the Hunter, please, in LFG. Okay, sounds good. So with you, that's going to be 5. With you, we'll still need a +1. But yeah, I'm down with that, my guy. Well, let's get a pester. Speed? No, he's on EU. And Alex, also EU. Jeff, 1. Oh, he's already in the arena, or not arena, but he. Josh, oh, Josh Master. Kuros. Did I ask Kuros before? I feel like I asked some of these guys like every single week. Lux is already in. It's Cabonage. Malachi, does he want in? Oh, we got +1. We'll need a +1 on this one. Okay, sounds good. I'm not gonna say anything, Bar. Sounds good. I can't even see it. It's only between you, my friend. Only between you and I. And everybody else in this party. And then in a way, everybody else is watching. Artemis, is that you? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Ready? Same. Other team is ready. I need somebody here to be a lead. Who wants to be a lead for the group? Who wants to be a lead? Monfel. Maybe we make Monfel lead? Do I have Diabolicals added? Diabolicals, I can. They're gonna be in it. Okay, that works. If you leave for any reason, Bar, just let me know in reality. Hey, I gotta go and see if you can invite me to the group to pass me lead, so then we can keep the group together and whatnot. Because sometimes, like when somebody's like, "Oh, I'm just gonna go," and you lead and you, yeah. Thank you. I appreciate it, my guy. I appreciate it. Could you also whisper me real quick? Because I know that I have you on Real ID, but I want to make sure I get the right person on Real ID. Is it blue, right? I think it's blue. Yeah, cool. Yeah, I just like to have you out here so I can always. It just helps me to remember whose name I gotta tap out if there's any special characters or whatnot. Whenever I queue you boys up. As it is like 8 castle lava birds, 3 packs of sentence. Yeah, I feel like at that point you probably need to buy a lottery ticket. You know what I mean? Like if you're that lucky at that point, it's like try your luck somewhere else. Just don't spend too much money on it. Actually, don't gamble. Don't gamble. Gambling is bad. Gambling is an addiction. I feel like I have a big enough platform where I probably should should promote healthy habits here often. Don't gamble. Gambling is, you're just gonna put yourself in a hole. It's not that it's wrong. You're just gonna do bad to yourself. Trust me. Don't be greedy. Don't be greedy. You ever queue? I mean, just think of it like this. You ever queue for solo queue and you lose a game? You're like, you know what? I gotta get back in there. And then you're like 100 games in and 1,000 points down. You're like, it's just mentally not great for you whatsoever. It's just a gamble. Don't gamble with your rating. Just hold it for a second. Gavin, as long as you're of legal age and you are a grown adult, you do whatever you want to do. But God forbid I have somebody of a younger audience. I'd rather promote a good, healthy habit. It is a healthy habit. To not throw your money away. As I'm planning on buying a new PC for this summer. Alrighty. Okay. Blue Dragon. And Nick 5. What have we done? What haven't we done? Dalaran Sewers. We haven't done Dalaran Sewers. Arena representation the last 2 days. Shocking. Yo, with red? Yeah. Yep. You see that, Atha? You're just like, whoop. It's insane. Yep, it's insane. I mean, there's a reason why we're just playing one, dude. It's incredible. It's incredible. Oh my god. Alrighty. What do I... Did I save that? I don't remember if I saved it. I'm just gonna keep it here. I thought only older fans like me still play WoW. You'll be surprised, man. You'll be surprised, Sniff. There's a lot of people that do, man. There's a lot of people that do. Especially, like... I feel like it's one of those games that everybody checks out at some point or another. Atha, I think you can understand why there's a lot of hate for Paladins. You wouldn't even call it hate. A lot of it down is envy. Like, really deep envy. Oh my god, we got the board here. So Twitch, we got my man Aegis in these, dude. Oh my god, I miss Aegis. This is, man. Oh, I'm putting a lot of pressure on Aegis now. I'm gonna stop here. I'm fanboying. We got Cabo Nudge in here. Drez, last Evoker gonna be first up. I'm liking the mug. Look at you. I like the top hat. I don't know why he got looking all beat up and disheveled. We also got Nick over on team 2 as a red. Over team 1, we got ourselves Bar, we got ourselves Diabolicals, Modfell, Tiny Pope, is that what it's supposed to be? And we got Artemis as well as a survival hunter. Who is up versus Lath? He got himself that CC reduction. Looks like it's going to be Artemis on the bat. Trying to see if he can go for a bit of a shadow versus Artemis. Artemis charging right in with a coordinated assault, I think. A coordinated assault or a spearhead. I think it is spearhead this time, actually. Mad damage to Lath. What is happening? This man is already getting crushed right now by the survival hunter. Disintegrate is going to be a bit of a root onto the Lath. Does end up shrinking it out of it. That's going to be Artemis taking a bit of that fire damage. Is that full master for the Evoker? It is. So this is where the most damage comes out. Stun for the survival hunter from a distance. Artemis does not get a long stun onto Lath whatsoever, though. As Lath charging right in, trying to get himself some procs. Got him some mobility while casting, looking for that shatter, but definitely should be looking out for his health a little bit. Living Flame, why he got a bit of hover. Artemis going for a bit of recovery with many bandages, but this is where Lathwalker trying to see if he can stop it as best as he can. Bit of a disintegrate. The charge surge getting interrupted. Has the sleepwalk. Does he get it fast enough? Oh, Artemis just goes in, just going for the monk strikes and beating the boy over the head with a big old staff. My goodness. Did everything they could in order to prevent the damage. Nick that's going for a hand of freedom, crying as he walked into a freezing trap. Look at Nick. That is so good looking. That is so perfect, that animation. It does have a tar trap right next to him, slowing his footsteps down. Artemis, I love that goblin stealth animation, by the way. How they just like, they literally look like they're up to no good. They literally look like they're scheming, dude. It's so good. That camo / stealth animation. Look at this, looks so good. I love it. I love it. Not a lot of goblins out there in the world, unless you're playing. There's not a lot of goblins out there unless you're playing priest, because that's literally your best racial, or rogues, because rogues are basically IRL goblins. Let's be honest here. Let's be honest here. Gonna be Nick trying to see if he can go for a big old stone until Artemis has a trinket. Do they choose to go for a trinket? That is a lot of cooldowns for Nick. No big hammer hanging over his head. Artemis barely escaping the Paladin's burst. Oh my god, but that final rank was literally, final verdict was literally the last verdict he's ever gonna see. Tuni Pope is gonna be up next, trying to go for a bit of that shadow damage. Got himself a sunflower that's flying and singing. That pet always terrified me. Am I the only one? There's just something eerie about that smile. But now that you give it like a whole Nazathian void look, whole nother story. Big void eruption available for Tuni, trying to go for a bit of Mind Blast dots on the Nick. It's going to be a hot, just Nick playing him more defensively. Got himself a big old wake of ashes, just cleaving right through Tuni. Trying to see if maybe he can go for big damage when he force out damage out of Tuni. And they got himself a bit of the Vampiric Embrace. So whatever damage they do is actually going to be able to heal himself a little bit. Mind Games getting interrupted. Blind right after. Nick just using the blind to give himself a bit of a breather. Trying to maybe go behind the pillar. But actually, no. He's going to stay on Tuni as best as they can. Mind Games to follow. Can't really go super defensive, super offensive. Is going to do some damage to Tuni. But blasted out right after. Disperse to follow. Is he going to be able to blast him disperse? Trying to see if he can fight right through the disperse. Tuni's definitely going to need something here. Definitely gonna need some kind of CC chain or anything. Gonna be a Shadow Crash Trinket. That's gonna be immediate fear onto Nick as he goes in for damage. This is where you want to control the Paladin's burst as best as you can. Or at least control the Paladin while the wings are active. As Tuni tried to go for a bit of a heal. Oh my goodness. Has himself what looks like a silence and a stun. Is gonna go for a stun as Nick tries to see if he can charge out. That's where a couple of blasts, couple of spikes goes in. Has quite a bit of sustained pressure versus the Paladin. But it takes a while for it to really ramp up and turn into something bursty, something where you can really have the Paladin struggle and feel threatened. Quick Fear, as they're trying to go for even more damage while Shield of Vengeance is active. Perfect opportunity for the Priest to maybe get some distant damage. Not really going for a lot of channels or Mind Play. Trying to go for maybe a bit of Wood Eruption. Could be in a lot of trouble. I think it's over. My goodness. Big Hunt immediately out of Monfell. As he's trying to see if he can potentially turn it around versus Nick. Can he do it though? I think he might be able to. Bubble out of Nick, might just be able to use that bubble together with Final Wreck in order to max out the damage. So he's not playing the hammer, he's just playing Final Wreck this time, which actually I think gives him quite a bit more burst. It's a little bit less difficult to like counteract. And Monfell does end up going for a full immunity, but he's barely escaping away from Nick with not a lot of health available at no health whatsoever. He just could be down for the count. Literally had to go in just to go for a bit more damage, but Nick just had to execute at the ready. There's just not much he could really do there. With Diabolical is going to be up next, setting up a gateway. Nick trying to see if he can find himself a bit of line of sight behind the pillar. While Diabolical is sending out the main pet. And I wonder how, because I feel like these two fought each other before. Or no, maybe they haven't fought each other. I am wondering what's going to be better. The Felguard and the Buster Felguard and the full puppy damage that's about to get nerfed soon, or is it going to be the Paladin damage that's going to end up coming out on top here? I think technically the Demonology Warlock should be good, but I guess it all depends on how many cooldowns Nick's got. Because his cooldowns can definitely break through Diabolica's cooldown. It's going to be a full blind on all these pets. Trying to go for final wreck. ASUS by one of the pets. Got himself a big hammer at the ready. Blasting out of Diabolica's. Can he potentially just keep the track going? It's going to be, I think, a full new pet getting resummoned for Diabolica's. Just maybe get himself a full new Wrathguard. Is that what it was? Is the main pet just was dying really quickly? Mortical with a Fear Stun to fall. The Diabolica's finally got himself a little bit of a breather. Able to summon up a bunch of pets towards there. Going for a gate. Maybe a little bit early. Second Felguard is going to Blessing Protection. Knows he can't really go for a cast. With Tyrant actually tries to go in for a wall together with Obelisk. All the pets are in. Fear onto Nick. Just trying to see if he can spam him out. Letting the Tyrant do a lot of damage. Nick could just go down to all these pets. Blessing Protection worn off. Oh! And the eruptions do continue on and on with Dres going to be up next, trying to see if he can charge in, but the whole army of the demons is just going to take their attention from the Paladin onto Dres, who's already at the house. However, this man is just literally dead on the floor. My goodness. Just trying to fight through all these Felguards, all of these Imps, all the Demon Doggers. He did go for a fear, but some of those pets were still attacking him either way, though. Trying to see if he can reconnect back with Diabolicus. No more Zerk, no more Enrage Regen, so he's limited on the amount of healing he can do. Axe also follows Diabolicus, does end up taking him down. Catboy Nodge is up next. Oh, Aegis is gonna play? Well, maybe. I don't know. Can Diabolicus beat Catboy Nodge? Because if he can, then maybe Aegis gets a chance tonight. Hopefully Aegis can join in for the next one. Maybe you guys can have him go first. Why was it preferential Aegis? I just want to see Frost Mage, man. You never get to see Frost Mages in these. Oh, Diabolicus is just melting. Like a popsicle on a summer's night, on a summer's day. My goodness, just melt. Just the melt. Does pick up the eyes. Gonna be Catboy trying to see if he can swing past the Felguard. Just letting the Felguard go up the ramp, leaping in with Diabolicus, getting some bleeds in, Mortal Call sent in, Fear to follow. That's why Diabolicus, if you can get yourself a bunch of pets and onto Catboy Notch behind the pillar, like the Feral Druid is gonna take a lot of damage behind that pillar. Felguard, the ramping up damage. Not gonna be a trick for Catboy. I think it was just a real DR damage. Big body Diabolicus, sending out Demon Doggers, trying to see if he can avoid these pets. Trying to join in. Diabolicus needs mobility in order to escape the Feral Druid. Oh, but a bite does end able to just lets him close the game out so easily. What's up, Westside, my man? Stun onto Catboy does not really have an out right now. Big hammer hit, I would have said. Bar's trying to see if he can take him down. Can he do it? Catboy trying to go for the wall. Big defenses, everything he's got. I think it's over. Hammer slammed, but didn't kill him. But I think Bar just still has so much damage at the ready. So much output. Catboy trying to see if he can escape. Trying to see if he can get out of there. If the man gets a pony back up, I think it's over. Catboy might actually be able to get himself a reset. Looks like he's auto-attacking through the wall. That or he's getting an auto-attack through the wall himself. Got himself at least a little bit of healing while Heart of the Wild is active. Able to catch up and use and maximize his hybrid potential here. Whatever rejuves, whatever regrowth you can get on yourself, that's going to end up helping you quite a bit. Barkskin out really early though. So you won't have the Barkskin for Bar. At this point you got no defenses and you have to play hit and roll with Bar. If the man can catch up to him, I think it might be over. Stun while in bear form, so it may not be the worst. No hammer above your head. Oh, now it's there. Oh, now it's there. Literally just hang. I gotta give you anxiety with that hammer just going in down slowly but surely, and then slams down. Doesn't do as much damage as Bar was hoping. But still, Catboy is not out of the woods here, man. Not out of the woods. He needs to kind of CC chains on the Bar, put a bleeds and just go to the other side of the pillow, but that's not going to happen. Aegis up next is a Frost Mage. Dampening super high. So Bar, even if you want to give him a bit of an auto, the man wouldn't really be able to escape much. So that sense is piercing right through Bar's defenses quite easily, though. Just piercing right through all the armor shield event is going to be a big glitch spike getting set up with a blink. Oh, does that a blasted right through him. Well done, well done. Yo, can we get my boy Aegis in on these again? Nick with 3, well done. Diabolica slowly crawling back for his team. Everybody got a chance to play, even a little bit. Let's get us another one going. I want to give Aegis a proper opportunity to get some games in this one, man. I want him to really stretch his Frost Mage legs. Yo, let me know if the groups are ready. Hopefully, if we go fast enough, maybe we can get Aegis one of us. Blue, let me know if you're ready. Yo, whoever got Aegis on the team, you want to give this man a proper go, just so he doesn't have to play into dampening and actually could just play as a bat, just to give him a couple of chances here. You want more? Oh no, I can help. I can help. Who do we lose on that team? 1 sec. Other team needs +1. Ah, we lost the boy. Or did we? Was he part of the next team? Okay, we'll have the groups listed over in the red. I can see, boys, uno mas is needed. Whoever wants in is whoever wants in. What's up, Nicholas? Now I'm gonna trick it up. What losing a threat? Oh, you good, you good, you good. Don't worry about it. Oh, base is swapping over. Okay, okay, okay. So we're gonna do this. Ba 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 ba. We'll keep a lead for now, bar. Okay, cool. And we can do. What arena do we do? Nokudon? I don't think we've done a Nokudon. Oh, wrong one. Who do I have listed? Okay, well I need to do it again apparently. Nick and Blue Dragon 5, Nokudon 1. Wait, apparently it doesn't work. Did I mess it up? Oh, Nick, yeah, I messed up your name. I added a C instead of a K. I know a lot of Nicks, but I know a lot of Nicks with a N-I-C-K, not N-I-K. So it just kind of rolls off for me like that. Yo, I love how NA has so many more games than EU played. NA has so many more games than EU. I don't even know how that happened. All of the Shadowlands and all the BFA, EU were just like dueling fiends. But if something about Dragonflight just hits different, I guess. Dude, did you professions kick W? I don't, should I, are they profitable, Jake? Is it worth doing them? Because a lot of those things, ZG stuff is trying to come back. Like, is it worth making them again? Are they big profit? Are they easy to get into? Is it like first come first serve kind of deal? Because I have no idea. Mainly carry by Russets? I think it might have been that. It could have been that, I thought. It could have been that. But I feel like there was a couple of nights where EU, like we had growth, but then it's like they fell apart very, very quickly. But then NA just like keep going, and we keep going for like an hour or two after. It's been crazy. Switch. What's up in the Survival Hunter? Hefe, I love him, but I'm hoping that they get some kind of a rework at some point in the future. We got ourselves Bar gonna be first up versus my boy Aegis as the Frosty Mage. A little bit of a rematch between the two. The Retribution Paladin who walked in last game and kind of just got glacial by a Frost Mage. This time he gets a proper chance here. Full cooldowns at the ready, everything available. Man might actually be able to stand a chance here. Aegis started off with a Blizzard out of the bat. Definitely wants to utilize the CC that Frost Mages have. Actually able to wait. Can that be spell stolen now? There used to be a PvP talent where you can't steal, can't spell steal Hand of Freedom, but apparently you can't. They managed to go in for the big spikes. Look at them lances, big glacial to follow. May just be a bubble situation. No, just shield of evidence and a divine protection. That's actually a lot of defenses. Blizzard, this is let you play the game. You just slow it down out in the open. Spell Warden, really early on. This is where Aegis is actually kind of limited what he can really do. All the time getting used up. Whatever damage he takes right now, as long as he survives the Paladin's go, he will be okay. He'll be able to ult time back to that original position. And he'll be able to have good line of sight over bursts. Does freeze him up immediately. Lances back to back. Mad damage but burst. Going to be a brand by Aegis. With a ring to Frost to follow. Does he have himself a glacial spike? He may just have a glacial. Does he have a glacial? He may. I'm not sure. But it looks like Aegis tried to go maybe for a little bit of reset behind the pillar. Maybe didn't have himself the most amount of burst available. But does want to cook someone up together. Maybe didn't have himself a flurry proc. Does go for the big glacial. Hand of Freedom off for the Paladin, so you cannot be frozen, cannot really be slowed. Knocked back by Aegis. Versus is doing A-okay for now. Aegis going in for the smallest amount of heal. Trinkets out of that stun. Burst trying to see if you can just use radiant damage to burn right through the Mage. Gonna be a Ring of Frost right after. With an ult time for Aegis in case he just go back behind the Ring of Frost. Is gonna go behind the Frozen Orb. Aegis take a lot of range damage though. These Paladins, man, they got so much range. Hand of Freedom getting stolen. Aegis could be in trouble. Got himself a shield. Has himself Icebox in case he ever needs to. Glacial Spike available. Burst can't really go anywhere. Big Spike freezing him. That's going to be Lances back to back. More flurries to follow. He's definitely able to send these Paladins behind the pillar with those constant flurries. Couple Lances. Big old Spike and everything. Well done. Well done. Oh, Fellman, we get you a next one. How does that sound, my guy? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Poly right after. Yeah. I don't know if you told the team like, oh, I'm gonna be swapping real quickly. Blizzard up Aegis trying to go for the big freeze on the burst. He does have himself a trinket. That's where Aegis trying to see if he can back up out of the pre-alter time that one. Novo into Bar, able to spear. I keep calling it Burstus. It's Barstus. Bar. Able to spell steal. They Hand of Freedoms out of that man. Oh, almost got himself a big glacial new cooked up. Boarding back next to Bar. I have no health whatsoever. Had to sit down for food immediately. Ice block right after. Bar, my god. They want a range damage spells, god. Probably walking into this duel freshened up, ready to go versus Aegis. A little bit of an honor duel, a little bit of a clean rematch. And Bar is able to hold his own. Gonna be a poly onto Bar for second hand of freedom at the ready for Aegis. Another repoly to follow. Does he have himself a big go? Ring of Fire, so he's able to at least control Bar a little bit. Last poly, and it's gonna go for big flurry, mad damage, all the procs, everything available. He's basically just combining all of his damage procs all together. Bar just got so much damage from range. This is supposed to be, quote-unquote, a melee class. Big Glacial at the ready. Is it enough, though? Does that have cracking right through Bar's defenses? It's going to be Roots, shifting power to follow to give Aegis a bit of a defense. Yet another hammer hanging over the man's head. Maybe an icebox situation right here. Could potentially be a real icebox situation right now. Aegis does get slammed by the hammer, living it, polymorph right after onto Bar. Again, just trying to see if he can survive this. Man, the amount of survivability necessary for a Frost Mage. It is rough. The man's trying to sit down and get himself whatever food he can, but definitely needs to go for polys at the Bar. But also needs to stay proactive. Big spike does get him kind of low. Could actually prime him, but Bar just needs a couple of hammers. He needs a big hammer to hang over his head, a couple of judgments, a couple of hammer or wreck, and he'll be okay. He'll be golden. Yet another root. The fact that you can spell steal Hand of Freedom, though, is super, super weird, by the way, for me. Big Blizzard, everyone roots, bubble right now for Bar. Looks like he was actually trying to hold on to that big immunity until he had nothing left. Aegis with it all the time. Does get himself most likely going to cancel all the time while Ice Block is active, yeah? My goodness. That is crazy. I don't remember the Palace had this kind of damage. Tino, they recently got buffed up. Also, they recently got buffed up with a new class rework. And then they also got nerfed on their burst, and this is their damage after the nerfs. Does it feel nerfed? Hard to tell. They're definitely better than where they were. In 10.07, Paladin is still in a much better position than where they were. Shifting power out for Aegis, trying to go for a bit of a poly. Oh, but the hammers though! These hammers I feel like came out of nowhere. He had a judgment, he had another hammer, then a big old hammer slam. The range of these guys. It's crazy. Hard reflected back at himself. Those res perfect line up for the spell reflect, but Bar does have himself divine protection. 30% damage reduction. Big hammer hanging over Dress head. Try to see if he can fight through a Paladin thread. Hammer does slam down on him. It's gonna go for as much healing as he can. Bar with a lay on hand, trying to keep himself alive. Blind onto Dress and see if he can walk away from him. Hammer, Hand of Freedom, keep him moving. This time, Hand of Freedom cannot be stolen by no Mage. And Dress try to see if he can stay on him as best as he can. Able to catch back up. Able to maintain his healing for a bit. A 25% dampening. Bar may also need some healing of his own. Has a Shield of Vengeance coming back up as well. So you can always use that as defensive. Big hammer hand over Dress head. Big final wreck. Wake of Ashes. Mad burst. Oh! He could have literally walked away and let the big hammer slam down on him. Because there's nothing that the warrior could do in that situation. Last try to see if you can do Solver as well as Shatter to hopefully shatter the defenses of Bar. Able to blast him out with his Disintegrates a little bit. Catching up a bit of damage. Does not go for the full Mastery Burst. There goes the big Mastery. Eternity Surge. Spell Warden gives him Fury immunity to magic damage though. The man is unstoppable for the time being. All the damage Last Walker doesn't do anything. Mad hammers, oh my god, final verdict, the hammer, oh my god, this hammer build is incredible. He got like a range build too. I think a lot of his damage has been literally from range. I mean, he has him some Wake of Ashes combo with a stun, but a lot of his damage is just range. Cowboy Nodge, trying to see if he can get an opener. Walked his little paws. He's over on Consecration. Had to go for a trick, and he has a big hammer. It's hanging over his head. Could still be able to do a lot of damage here. Does get it below half health. Oh my god, what a turnaround by Bar. The Feral Druid is the one that got an opener, quote unquote, but not really, because I guess he got hodged in the as soon as his opener happened. My goodness. The Consecration does burn the pause quite quick. It gets him out fast and out of stealth. I feel like with rogues, you at least have what, Subterfuge that gives you like usable stealthy abilities, at least that's a cheap shot and Garrote. But like, man, Feral Druids, I don't have none of that like that. Gonna be a main onto Bar. Bar does not have a bubble. He doesn't have a spell warden, no lane hits for a while. So really, the man is kind of limited what he can really do. He needs to find a way to lock down the Feral Druid or catch up some healing. Lock down Feral Druid, nuke him down, or catch up some healing so at least you can be healthy when you're going up against the Feral Druid. May want to be thinking about picking up the Eye and going out in the open. Honestly, may not be the worst idea. Because the Feral Druid is going to leap in, yet another Rake stun. You will have to catch him at some point and go for some damage stun. We're going to be a trick out of the Feral Druid immediately. Maim to follow. Just trying to go for Moonfires from distance, letting those dials do work. He's just not even going to touch you. He knows that if he stays next to you while you got wings available, he's just going to be the end of you. Bubble almost available for Bar. His bubble and lane hits coming back up. Which one does he use? I think he just hold on to a bubble, right? He got wings available. I think he want to get some damage set up on the Cabonage and maybe bubble as he goes in for a full stun. Cowboy, bash, do you bubble it? Do you hold on? Maybe big damage? Does hold on to a bubble. Blind does not quite catch Cabo Naj. Got himself a big Wake of Ashes combo to maybe get himself a bit of healing. But Cabo Naj does not really want to be in there. Wall, that's actually perfect for Bar. He doesn't have to worry about the wall lay at all anymore now. Cabo may have to bar skin it already though. May need to bubble. May need to lay in hands. May need to do something. But Shield of Vengeance. Wait, Shield of Vengeance might actually be able to take out to the blades. Potentially big damage to the Cabo. Oh my god, the hammers! Oh, if you just catch up back to him, your Shield of Vengeance popping next to the guy could be the end of the Feral Druid. If you can somehow catch up. No pony, no nothing. Cabo got plenty of mobility. Oh, stun. Has a bubble. Bubbles it. Does he get to catch up and get some damage in? He has some wings available. Next auto attack proc wings. Does he catch up though? No human racial, so if Cabo Naj can just wait out until next stun DR is available, he may be okay. Goes in before the stun DR is available. Just goes in for a couple of bleeds. The Paladin got him some mobility, can catch up. Does he have a Hodge right now? If he has a Hodge, you might just have him. Got him some wings that are available. Got him some divine protection too. The bleeds are dampened. Who is this with a ring around the rosy, but only one of them makes it out alive? Bar at this point might be able to lay in hands too. Does he have lay in hands? Feral gotta end him. Oh my god, the Feral does end him. That was so close. Oh, was so close? My goodness. Definitely Paladin will be nerfed, unfortunately. Diego, Paladin's already got nerfed. The Paladin nerf already came through last night. If you saw the blue post, they already nerfed him. This is the post-nerf Paladin. It's still very, very, very good. Very strong. They didn't want to nerf. They wanted to nerf the one-shot, but they didn't want to nerf him out of the game. So there was a precision nerf. That's gonna be pretty strong. Well, not one-shotty, I think. Gonna be a big damage onto Cabo and Naj as Beast is trying to see if he go for a big old charge to follow. Cowboy does have it in re-stealth, which is perfect. Nothing can get him out of stealth. BC does not play into dot gameplay. This is why I think you want to pick up the eyes as soon as possible and send your pets right at him, right? Also, I noticed none of the Warlocks play Tyrant anymore. Is that no longer a playstyle? Is that no longer good? Maybe it isn't. Huh. Oh, I didn't know there was already enough. Yeah, last night, apparently. They have a blue post on it. If you want to check it out, you can. But they basically nerfed a bunch of the talents above the damage of the finishers, the holy power spenders, and things that give them more big burst. They already nerfed them. This is the post-nerf version. By the way, how you like it, Diablo 4, Diego? How you like it? What class you playing there? Gonna be a stun by the Feral Druid. Axe does to prevent some of that damage. Diego and Dog is charging in. But it's going to be yet another meme right after. Cowboy, I think, is trying to see if he can bleed out Beastly. I think you have to play a bleed build. That or Cowboy Naj decided to play like a safer bleed build for duels specifically. Which would explain the whole hit and run. But then again, Feral's kind of naturally good at it. That Wrathguard is, though, not really giving you a lot of recovery behind the pillow. What is that Wrathguard doing to you? That Wrathguard is chopping right through your health. It's just shaking out good chunks out of it. Oh my goodness, dampening's kind of high. The original may not do it. Axe toss. Oh my goodness, it basically does that up and capitalizes on you. That Felguard needs to be prioritized, stun locked, and destroyed as soon as you see it next time. My goodness. Oh my goodness, man. Gonna be Nick up next versus Beastly. Beastly trying to see if he can dodge him as best as he can. Just running for it, sprinting for it. The pet separated away from the Warlock, trying to see if he can slam him out while he's by himself. Big Wake of Ashes combo does take him out with Diabolicals. Up next as a Destruction this time. Destruction Warlock should be a little bit stronger now. I think, didn't they change it up so their base damage of ability is a little bit less, but Casebut's a little bit harder? But I think you will be able to do quite a bit of damage with Immolates and Incinerates either way. Big soul fire burning right through the soul of Nick. It's going to go for a port as soon as he sees a bubble. This way you will avoid the Paladin as best as he can. As Nick trying to see if he can catch back up to Diabolicals. Diabolicals setting up himself yet another, maybe setting up a gateway here, port here. No, he's gonna wait for Nick. Nick has to go a long distance, left side or right side. He's gonna have to go a long way if he wants to fight Diabolicals. He's using the Succubus to pull him out of the pillar, dropping down a bunch of portals. There goes the full artillery strike. Big Infernal coming down. Nick is gonna take a lot of damage. Not much you can really do in this situation. Diabolicals trying to get on top of him as best as he can, getting the bets in there. Spell Warden for Nick. That's gonna help him out a lot, but the physical damage from that Tyrant, I mean, the Felguard doesn't really slap you that hard physically, right? It's mostly the Irradiate and Immolation aura that does a lot of damage. So I think for Nick, it's actually pretty decent to go. But the fact is that he can't capitalize off of that Spell Warden is going to hurt him a little bit. Succubus pulling you out in the open is going to go for a trinket, trying to see if he can catch up to Diabolicals. So far off that Mortal Coil, might just have him. Going to be a stun. That's going to be trinket. Oh, I think Diabolicals got that. Who won that one? Is Diabolicals it? Was it Dabok? Yeah, Dabok, because that's gonna kill. I'm not sure what happened. I think that might have been a battle master trick fell off, and then like a Succubus slapped you or something, right? Bar walking in 3-1. Well done, dude. Range hammer build is incredible. Demon's nuts. Demo with a Felguard playstyle, especially if you're on the one where there's one talent that they can get. I forgot what's it called, but since we have a Demonology Warlock here, I can show you. This one, Immutable Hatred. When your primary Felguard Legion Strike only damages one target, which happens a lot in Arena when like a healer runs away by himself or whatever. Its damage is increased by 120%. Primary Felguard deals more physical damage after the auto attack at the same enemy 3 times consecutive times. So that pet does a lot of damage. Like investing into a big old Felguard is worth. Let me know the teams how we're looking. We'll get another going here, boys. Let's get ourselves an Uno Mas in here, yeah? While I get all these saved up. Demon's way more OP than Red. You think so? Demo is really good. I mean, I'd say Red is definitely really strong too. Like we've seen it play today, and it done some really good stuff. BG, okay. Nick, let me know if you got a 5-man, if we're ready to go, or if you need more bodies. Let me know how we're looking, my guy. While I save all these. I feel like if you're a Paladin player and you call any other class strong, I feel like it's almost like one of those things. Like even if you just really just expressing your opinions, I feel like for me when I saw Valorant say Demo is way more OP than Red, I was like, look at that. It almost feels like a misdirection. No, guys, don't look at Red. Don't look how strong it is. Look at the Demo lock. Yeah, that's a real threat. You guys are still really strong. Come on, give yourself credit. Comparing yourself against the Demo Warlock. What? Everyone besides 1 needs 3 more? Oh no, Nick. Boys, we need a couple more actually. Need help forming group. Need help forming group. Other group needs more bodies. I think Feldman was gonna swap over, wasn't he? Let me know. Yeah, should be a room now. Should be a room now. I don't know where Nick has his group listed, but I could join your group, Nick, and I could basically do this. Need 2 more now. Where do you have yours listed? Is it custom PvP? Okay, I'll do this. I can get Feldman in here. So just invite, so we can get him in here. That'll be +1. And if you pass me lead, then I can host it over in the LFG, and we'll be good to go. Warlock being OP is selected by the community. In a way, yes. In a way, yes. I do think that's part of like the class fantasy at this point. I'm not even joking. Like, there's usually at some point in an expansion that the Warlock is busted, and I feel like it happens so many expansions now, it is accepted. It's the same as like Rogue sending stealth forever, accepted by community. Or Warlocks being like, I mean, remember when Warlock started at the beginning of DF when they were just unkillable? Everybody was like, dude, this is ridiculous, but like also kind of on par with Warlock. Not that it's okay or anything, they did nerf him afterwards. Not that it's okay, I'm glad that they nerfed him afterwards. And they are also continuing to nerf him further. Like they're nerfing them this Tuesday reset. They already realized that, hey, they're really good. We gotta bring him down a notch. Chat, if you guys want to join, we gotta go listed in LFG, boys! Check out LFG. Group is in custom PvP, it's in Raids Legacy, Dungeon and Raids, Raids Legacy, custom groups, and then just type number 5 in the search, hit enter, and you'll be good to go. If you're looking for our group, hit 5 in the search, and you'll be good to go. We need Uno Mas for this group. We have 5, but we need 6, and we'll be good to go. Do you guys miss what Blizzard said? They're gonna role play in DF, kill a DPS. What role are you gonna play in DF, kill a DPS, spec or Warlock? Oh, I do remember, yeah, even Blizzard knows Warlock is just gods. True. I feel like Warlocks are just, I think they looked at it as Warlocks are on another level. They're just a kind of their own or whatever. Like they're just a role of their own. They're just that good. I don't think that we're literally trying to make them like Giga or anything like that. You know what I mean? I don't think that we're trying to make him insane. With the right of the community, but with how Red is with the community, they want Red to be nerfed into the ground. The community, I think, is just, I mean, what I've seen on Twitter is people like stoking the flames. It's a lot of people literally were like, wait, hold on, I see Red in every single game. Okay, so these changes are really good. And then it transferred to, wait, Reds are like killing you in a global, like in a single one shot, while every other class has been nerfed to make sure that doesn't happen. Like, can we do this? And then it started being like, wait, I'm seeing double Reds in every arena. Like, as a healer, this is like impossible to play. They're just gonna target you or target the weakest member of your group and just double global them. Like you can maybe stop one, you can't stop the other, And it's like, wait, reds also have 2 1-minute defensive CDs. The one that can use while stunned. Okay, it seems like a lot. All right. Wait, reds are literally healing and they don't need a healer. What? It really just ramped up. People are like, wait a second, hold on. Red, we expected reworks to make it better, but like for PvP, this is like really bad for the game. This is just really, really bad for the game. Like, nobody has a problem with red being, like, the rework is fine. It's just the numbers are really out of whack. Like, this is getting ridiculous. Like, everybody just abandoning their mains and playing red now. Because you can swap over to your main so easily. It's getting too much. And then you have red Paladins on Twitter. Like, some people are being nuanced about it. But then you have people saying, oh, it's just a bunch of rogue, mage, and druid players just saying it. It's just a cabal of players that just want reds nerfed to the ground, like tinfoil hat theory, and they're just stoking the flame and being super toxic to each other. And then I guess the other side started getting toxic and belligerent because now you have reds being belligerent. And it just gets worse and people jump into it, where I feel like if everybody had a level head about it, it would have been like, okay, we all agree. We like the fact that red's gonna rework. We like that they're better. We like seeing more of them, but... But Douglas, this is the bracket in the last few days. Every class is kind of whatever, every class is doing nothing, and then whoop! One class that does more damage than everybody, cannot be killed by anybody, has immunities all day, is just better than every other class. There's no point of playing other class, so we could just play red because they just do double, triple other people's damage. So everybody like, wait, hold on, can we like do something to like change it? Like that's a... If you're looking at this, you're like, yeah, that's normal. That's fine. I see nothing wrong with it. That's perfectly normal. That's perfectly okay. Yeah, that seems normal. Yeah, in fact, all these numbers should be even lower. There should be 0, and it's only should be this class up here at the top, 100%. Everybody, 0. This top. If that is your mindset, you're one of the people stoking the flames. You're not helping. Again, just... think about it for a second. Most people like the fact that reds are new. They like the fact that reds get new stuff. This is good. It's a great change for reds. And we will see more reds because of this. But the fact that they could global somebody is probably not healthy for the game. Would you like being global by rogue? No. Is it okay when rogues are global people? No. Same thing for mage. You like being global mage? No. Is it okay? No. None of these things are okay. Because people play double outlaw against SL, which wasn't okay then. That wasn't okay that it was that strong. Doesn't mean that red shit doesn't be able to walk around the global. I don't know why everybody, but some people think it's like, oh, it's my time to shine. That's not how the game works. They're just really slow with the updates. They fix it by the end of the season though. It does get fixed. They're just slow with it. Plus in SL, to use SL as like a barometer for like how fast or how slow updates should come in, bro, it's just SL, the updates were super slow for reasons that were literally having internal issues. For reasons it was slow, and that's why they're so fast in DF. I guess DF is doing well. They really have the patch together. Updates are pretty regular. Changes are pretty regular. There are a lot of facets to like make these changes, but they're also not gonna. And also the nerfs to the reds, they're not even kneecapping you and like leaving you back in the dirt. You're still a good class. You still could do a lot of damage. Okay, they're just trying to make sure they're just blasting people just out of the water, just willy-nilly. The nerf they also did, not even enough to like kill the class. Like if you're looking at the reds playing today, the damage that you guys are doing today, and you're like, yeah, class is dead in the water. I don't know what else I can tell you. I'm trying to find a middle ground, boys. I'm trying so hard, but like I don't know how I could convince you. God bless you. That's all I can say. Hope you have a wonderful evening. That's you know. Hope you have a good day. I got nothing but good wishes for you. That's all I got. You know what I mean? I just remember to join. We need a +1. We need on a mass. Baldwin, he's in. Lath is in. Sword. Var. Hold on. Can you get Var in here? Var, you want in? You want to join? Var, you want in? What are you doing, Jade Forest? Var, you want in? We got a lot of Paladins to go, but I'll take you in here either way. Dude. Dude, again, like I'm just trying to be as reasonable as possible. I don't hate Paladins. I don't hate any other class. I just want the game to be balanced and good at the end of the day. And I feel like all it takes is a little bit of nuance. We can find a middle ground. I'm already in the group? Okay. Oh, you are? Oh, I didn't notice ya. Why did I not notice ya? I'm dumb. Okay, we need to run a moss. Chat, anybody want to join us? Does none given want to join? Let me actually ask him. Hey, none given. None given. Wanna... Oh, we got somebody. Hold on. Error. Hey, is that errorless? Is that errorless on a pally? Dude, how many pallies do we got in this team? Oh, okay. It's... Oh, hold on. Paladin, Evoker, right? One Evoker. Okay. This team is wacky. Wacky. Wacky team. It's a lot of paladins in this one. Alright. We're gonna try it. We're gonna try it. It's expected with how many people are picking up Paladin again in this expansion. That's a lot of red. We'll give it a go. It's gonna be weird. We're probably gonna split up some Paladins after this one. It's okay, boys. It's okay. Hold on. We'll do hook point. We'll go to hook point. Oh no, Blue Dragon, your team. You got a lot of pink class heading your way, man. One little salamander, pink salamander. It's gonna be that's what the team composition is, man. We got this. That's us. I love it. I love it. Get new to red. Well, you know, Del. I'm not new to red. Well, I know you're not new to red, but you normally play. So Feldman, I actually don't know what your main is. I remember you always played your Demonology, or not Demonology, Warlock. You played your Demon Hunter a lot. What I'm saying is, a lot of people pick it up. A Retribution Paladin. Errorless normally plays Rogue. He's in a Paladin. Nick is normally a Monk. He's in a Paladin. Var, Paladin main. Feldman, I think you have a Pally, but I think you always remain as a Demon Hunter, weren't you? I complain about a Marksman now. So would you Paladin? Complain about Marksman. Marksman, oh, are they strong? I don't even know if they're strong. They're getting nerfed a little bit. People have been acting like a specs, having super damage, some kind of a novelty. At least this time, those have been quick on the trigger. Yeah, like I don't really. Yeah, I do kind of agree with you, SNF. Yeah, it's almost like, wait, that's normal. That's kind of part of my playstyle. I just do a lot of damage. That's normal. What do you guys? What do you want? You know, you have crowd control. You have a polymorph. I hit it harder than the god. What are you talking about? What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? Hey, what's wrong with that? Hey, what's going on? I'm walking here. I'm just playing the game. What's going on? So Twitch. Got us a lot of pink class on team 1, but that should just tell you everything about the state of the game right now. Everybody on the mother is trying out Paladin. They always still got nerfed, but they're still doing really, really well. Oh my god. Has this click on me? Oh, you're good, my guy. Don't worry about it. Don't worry. I think it'll be okay. I think it'll be fine, Gavin. Misclicked LOH in lobby, you're fine. Artemis is going to be first up versus Lathwalker. A bit of a rematch between the two as the Dragon tried to see if he could fight the Hunter, while Artemis trying to see if he can get him maybe a new pair of boots with that dragon scale, dragon leather. Going to be going in for a bit of damage. Going to be a big old deep breath for Lathwalker. Mad disintegrate onto Artemis. Does go for a turtle, but the disintegrate can, once you attach the beam, it's going to keep channeling even while you're inside of the turtle. We got himself a little bit of DR while turtle's up. Big damage, massive procs for Lathwalker. Got himself a little bit of a immunity to interrupts for a second. Mad damage, good procs. Artemis could be in a lot of trouble here. Trying to see if they can maybe just get away from Lath, but those disintegrates are just burning right through you. Oh, got himself that living flame. Oh my goodness. Try to see if you go for a bit of a rooftop ball because maybe want to get a position back behind that pillar as it's going to be Team Warlocks over for the Team 2. I love the liquid determination on the dome too. Looks great. Got Beast Locks over for the Team 2. We got ourselves Barn here, as well as Toonie. Got a lot of casters, man. This Warlock caster group is just gonna have to see if they can fight through the pink class. Lathwalker is gonna be the first barrier to enter here. Got him to the immunity off the bat. Got a lot of demons chasing after him. Gotta be immune to stuns for a second, mortal coils and fears, but he still can get interrupted by the main Felguard pet, so you should be very, very careful. Trying to go for as much healing as he can. Very limited on what he can really do. I think the pets are just gonna take you out. Trying to go for damage, but those pets with the imps and everything just ramps up over time. He just sustained. Nick gonna be up next. Full final wreck onto Diabolicus. Trying to see if he catch up to the Paladin. Gonna be Axos immediately. He's got himself a trinket. Big port for Diabolicus. Got himself long range to get himself out of dodge. Mortal coil into Nick. Trying to see if he can force a bubble out of the Paladin. It is gonna be a bubble out of the Paladin before his health really dips in super low. Diabolicus with a bit of a dark bag just trying to kill the Pally out in the open, where the Felguard, where the Tyrant could actually get a couple of big casts in the air if at all. And then it's going to be a Felguard and all these pets kind of chasing back behind the pillar with Nick, trying to see if he can chop him right up. Diabolical just kind of waiting it out for a little bit. Nick taking a bit of pressure back there. Could maybe go for a bit of recovery while dampening is only 10%. But that Felguard is actually going to do quite a lot of damage, especially as dampening gets higher and higher. That thing is just chopping right through you. Especially when it axos you. If it can interrupt you on your holy, that could be really deadly. Demon Dog is charging it as well. Nick is kind of limited to what he could really do. May have to go for that Blessing of Protection, or not Seraphim. What's it called? Spell Warden. I keep forgetting Spell Warden. May have to use that here. Lay on Hand's going to use really early, trying to use the heals before the dampener really ramps up. We're at the 3 minutes, so the dampening is going to start crawling little by little. Nick under a ton of pressure. Diabolicals could maybe just end him here. Does he have a turn? Does he have any more pets? He does have the Obelisk that you can place down. Nick protecting himself with a shield of Vengeance should give him a little bit extra buffer to work with. Diabolical shield getting broken through very quickly. Got him to yet another port. Lots of ability for this Warlock, but I think he may be out of juice for a little bit here. Unless he got himself like a Mortal Coil or something. More pets getting sent in. At this point, Nick is definitely going to have himself the Blessing of Protection or Spell Warden available. Lots of pets surrounding him. Could be anyone's game right now. Diabolical's trying to go for a bit of a self-heal. Does get himself Soul Burn with the Warlock House and Spell Warden, but the pets, oh, the Fel Guard. It does a lot of that physical damage. That's the beauty of a Demonology Warlock. A mix of physical and magical. Even though you're a caster, all your pets are doing all physical damage for here. Feltor trying to see if you can maybe ramp up a bit more damage to Diabolicals. Blasting him out. Diabolicals backing up out of there with a quick Fear onto Fel for just a second as he's trying to claw right back over to Diabolicals, but he's just super slowed. Bubble comes out as the Tyrant joins in. The Tyrant is going to make sure that these pets live a little bit longer, so the double Felguard and everything should be active on you for a little bit longer than normal. Big Axos of the Feltor maybe going down here. Does have himself the big Shield of Vengeance at the ready, but the pets just overpower it. The Tyrant just lasted there for quite a bit. My goodness. Looks like Diabolical's trying to see if he can fight through all these Paladins one by one. Taking names, taking all these faces into the ground. Big port for Diabolicals does get hit with a stun. It's going to be Trinket as he takes the portal. Error trying to see if he can maybe end the duel right there. Mortal Coil sent in. Trinket's out of it. Interrupt the Diabolicals. Nothing left. Diabolicals got nothing in the juice. With Bar going to be up next, having to fight through all of these Paladins, having to cleave through for his team. Big Hammer hanging over his head. Error back it up for a second. Does he have a Trinket? No, he doesn't. Maybe a bubble situation potentially here. Does go in for the bubble as a Big Hammer slams down onto Bar. This is where Error needs to play super defensive. Shield of Vengeance was used together with a bubble. So that is a lot of cooldowns like put together all at once. And Bar just gonna have to wait it out here a little bit longer. That's all he could really do in this situation. Stun to follow. Error trying to see if he can clash right through Bar. Can he do much here? Back it up out of there entirely instead. And Bar, Big Hammer hanging over his side. Does he play the hammer as well? He may be playing the hammer as well, but it's hard to tell. But Error, it actually does quite a bit of damage, even if with Error doing just a little bit of damage, a little bit of judgment, hammer pressure from a distance, the hammer can't really ramp up. Another hammer hanging over his head this time. Nothing left. The Bar just cleaves him down before the hammer can slam. Var's up next, blinded immediately as the wings do pop back online. With Bar going in for a bit of a Shield of Vengeance. Var also popping off defensive as well. Maybe a big defensive cooldown right now for Bar. Could be in a lot of trouble. Bubble is available. May just need to use it right now. No help whatsoever. Does it? A bubble in as Var was hoping to maybe land one last global to take the man down. That is so rough. My goodness, and my music just kind of died here. As Var trying to see if he can add Bar right here. He almost has him. He has him on the rope. Stun to follow. Bar, I think, might be done for the count. It looks like it's going to be going down as Var got himself a big old proc, taking the man out of the game. My goodness, boys. Beastly up next. It's only a handful of castles left over for the team too. Can they fight through the Paladin threat? Beastly, as well as Diabolicals. Being Warlocks, they actually, I think, could be able to do something here, especially with the line of sight they could do. I mean, that Wrathguard, the Felguard, look at the damage the thing does. Var's gonna have to start healing through this thing. And he definitely can do quite a bit of percentage healing. Like, every time he Crusader strikes, he gets himself a bit of healing. Every time he throws a Judgment, attacks the guy with that Judgment, he also can get himself a bit of healing. But that Felguard, making sure his health does not go higher than that. He can only maintain his health with that, but he can't really do much more. That Felguard eventually is going to start ramping on you. The dampener is going to get to this critical point where you can no longer heal more than the Felguard can do damage to you. And eventually I think you go down. Actually try to see if you can blast out the Felguard. Is he going to kill it? Just burst it down? BC is going to have to get in there with all the pets. He actually has his pets on passive. I think try to see if he can pull his main pet back maybe. But he definitely should get his pets on the aggressive whenever possible. Var just having to fight the Felguard. Wait, he actually could dodge a Felguard. Is this the 1v1? Probably what's the Felguard? Felguard uses Legion Strike. Felguard uses Auto Attack. And then he goes in, oh, Legion Strike. It's not really much excitement there, but does end up slaying it. This is where BC is going to have to get a fresh new one. Does end up quick summoning one. Maybe he's going to wait out for Var to leave the safety of the pillar and then blast him out afterwards. Potentially. Blasting him with a big axe toss. Double second axe toss coming out with another pet. Needs to go for a big tyrant if at all possible. Maybe can go for a big tyrant. Does summon up a big tyrant. All the pets are empowered. Lots of extra damage. Obelisk is down. If VAR does not take it out, has a bubble. Will want to bubble early. Does bubble early before the Demonology charge in. You want to bubble early to make sure that you have plenty of health to work with. Sometimes you want to bubble late, but generally you want to bubble early, or as early as possible. Not too early. Once you force cooldowns on an enemy, bubble, sit down immunity, let the cooldowns gotta do nothing. And then you want to make sure you're actually plenty safe, plenty healthy, gonna be shield up for Beastly. VAR does break out of that stun fairly quickly. I guess it was DR'd heavily. More Demon Dog is charging in. Beastly just trying to see if he can waddle out of there. All the demons get set up by VAR as he goes in for the big Wake of Ashes combo as Beastly just continues to send in more vile fiends over there. And VAR is actually feeling the pressure. Blind roll these pets, lay on hands in order to get himself chopped off. Beastly using mobility, just walking away, just trying to see if he can get proactive here. Mortical sending VAR out in the open field to lock him down for a second. The pets might just do it. VAR could be going down here. Axe doesn't think it's over, and man goes down. The Warlocks, the team casters, and the Paladin do end up defeating the Paladino threat, with Diabolicals just dominating these Paladins with the might of the Burning Legion. If you played a Legion and you remember that one scene with a Uther and a big old red demon that just basically crushed him, yeah, that's basically essentially what happened. Diabolicals might as well summon that guy, and all these Paladins got rounded up and just squeezed them for everything they're worth. Let's get us another one going. Are we gonna do more Paladins like these? I feel like Paladins are kind of nutty in duels, and you guys are strong, but it doesn't look like you're so strong, because I guess to a degree, when ASUS said, you know, I think Demonology may be kind of a counter class, sorta, to some degree, may not be completely wrong. I need one more. I'm lead, so I'm gonna invite you. Cool. Yeah, I can help you out, boys. I can help you out. Yeah, Demonology Warlock definitely does do pretty well against Paladins. Not too bad. Tyrion, Dalaran, not Uther. Was it Tyrion? Oh, my bad. Tells you how well I know my lore. We need more feral gameplay when the feral gang at. Dude, they are here. They're just walking in, putting bleeds and hiding behind the pillar, letting the bleeds do work. But then again, when you're playing against these Paladins, you kind of have to. You kind of have to. Alright, chat. The group has listed over in the Raids Legacy. You guys are more than welcome to join in. Uther died. Oh, Tyrion. Yeah, you're right. Oh, okay. Yeah, I had it wrong, man. I had it wrong. It was Uther. Oh, Tyrion. Ah, God. Ah. I guess it should be like, well, which one did we see in Shadowlands? Uther. Okay, so Tyrion. She was in Tyrion, too. Although, I don't think Tyrion's soul made it over to Shadowlands. He probably somewhere out was floating as like a little soul. Like a little soul teardrop in Twisting Nether somewhere. I just rank Fall Guards and Demon Warlocks are just some two players. It's like as Ice Climbers and Smash Bros. No, that's funny, man. It's all trouble. Demon Warlock's broken. No one cared about that. Is it actually that good? I see till today. Yeah, that's the reason why they're nerfing them crits for this Tuesday. Looks like they're doing maybe a little bit too much damage. They did get quite a lot of buffs this reset. You definitely got a lot of buffs. Do you want me to swap Demon Hunter? Oh, you can if you want to. Want to, friend. Or if you want to give Pally another go, I am fine with it. It's up to you, my man. What are you going to do, Feldman? If you want to swap over and join in, you can. It's up to you. We need a +1, boys. Onomasa would be good to go. Tyrion died just before Argus, so Tyrion should be safe in a Bastion or Madraxus, hopefully. Oh, we would have met him then, right? But we didn't meet him. Also, Varian Rin, we would have met him too. We didn't meet him. Yo, this is Arrow. I'll switch on different character. It's whatever you want to do, my guy. If you want to give Paladin another go, I'm perfectly cool with it. It makes sense that everybody wants to play Paladin this week, and maybe from now on. So I'm fine if you want to play Paladin. I'm not going to be super like stickler about it, honestly. Depends on the map. I think it does depend on the map, true. I will agree with you on that one. Some maps are very, very different. At the Warlocks and 2 lobbies, that'll 2k. 2 of them were both Dema. Dema's gotten really, really good. But Tuesday reset, I'm sure they're going to be a little bit less threatening. Because they are really strong. I think even the nerfs they're about to get are going to be okay too. Because they're getting a lot more AoE damage, a lot more single target, and these nerfs are going to be fine. Bro got disenchanted. Wait, what? What happened, Frederick? We all know that we should have had Varian come back to save his son from demons, but they chose Arthas instead. Oh, yeah, that actually would have been cool. Yeah, that would have been really, really cool. People have been master role in red since it's both easy to play and easy to instantly gear right now. To some degree, I agree. I do think the changes to red do make him more approachable. I think the red playstyle was never really all that difficult. Like, it's a lot of your base rotation was like 5 buttons, like the base abilities. It's just how you use those buttons was super, super important because I had super long cooldown, but the new talents do give you a lot more freedom and flexibility and more resource generation, which is easier to a degree. Yeah, I will agree with you on that. Since they're everywhere, they did grab the most attention. Oh, easily. Easily. It's just when you had like composite comps and higher rating, we have double red paladin and a healer. So whenever you have like 2 of the same class plus a healer, that's where you know things are going to be interesting. Stoneblood, let's go. We got ourselves +1, boys. Hey, huge. Where are they? Did I let them in? They should be able to join in. Hopefully they're in. Stoneblood. Or did somebody leave? Okay, I don't know what Stoneblood is. I thought we were gonna get a +1. Error. I would ask your friend Stoneblood. Who are you trying to invite? I saw Stoneblood. Maybe that was wrong. Stone. Oh, Stone. S-T-O-W-N. Hey, perfect. It's another paladin. Yes. That's fine. Okay, so we'll make... Is Blue Dragon gone? Oh, Blue's gone. Oh, no. I can make Felman lead. Okay, that'll work. Felman, I'll make you lead. And with that, you guys should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and minus me 5. Cool. Cool. Sorry, I literally had to just count down for a second here. Just because it's like, I know it's 6. I think it's 6. I'm pretty sure it's 6. But it's like, just to make sure. Oh, you are here. Wait, was it Nick that lead that team? Okay, I got confused. I got entirely confused then. It was Nick that was part of the lead of that team, I think. Yeah, I think it was Nick that was lead from that team. So that's my bad. Told you, dude. This is why I had to count just to make sure, because I get confused easily. Blue Dragon. Okay, so then we got Felman 5. What arena have we not done? Lordaeron. Yeah, Lordaeron is going to be a blender. The target? Was it not Felman that I made lead? You were the one for lead? Are you lead right now? Wait, okay, hold on. Is this it? Ah. Hold on. Hey, Felman, could you tell me who's lead of that group, by the way? I thought I made you lead. It says I have no target them. Or are you lead? You're just off... Oh, I think you're all lead. I think you're just off on reality. Felman, could you pop online on reality for me real quick? I could have maybe made Nick lead or something. That could have been easier. Unless I got my groups confused. Felcher was lead. Okay, okay. Felman, my friend, could you... Baptist, no. Are you on? What the... Are you Baptist? Oh, no wonder, Tom. Type in the name Felman. But your real ID is Baptist. So the game is like, who's Felman? That's my fault. That's my fault. This is why I double check chat. I don't do it on purpose. I'm just stupid. Or the way I see it is I'm just trying to do multiple things at once. And I just get conflicted, confused, scared, cold, alone, need a blanket. You know, it just... Rain work no good. Rain don't work so good. Could have made it easier to give me. True, honestly could have. Yeah, I just picked the first name. I thought, oh, who do I have in reality? You. I just picked the first one. I knew that I had a reality. Technically, I have Vara in reality. I have Errol in reality. I have Felman. I have Blath. I just thought Felman because I could just type in the name Felman. Oh, Felman. I thought it'd be easy. That was easy. That was easy. Made it harder for myself. Twitch. This is why I need all the help in the world, chat. Save. Bar gonna be up over for the team 1. Ready to go. I like the full... Oh, I love the weapon too. I wish you got the You know what skin would look so good with it? The 2100 skin, or like one of the air primal air skins. Oh, it looks so good with that weapon. You put that enchant cosmetically. Oh, it looks so good. PC open that team as a Demonology Warlock. That's gonna be also Demonology as Diabolicals. Oh, versus VAR off the bat. These two have not got to duel each other. VAR already going in. Big cascade of just holy damage. Trying to see if he can focus down on the obelisk real quick as Diabolicals sets up a full-on big old tyrant. Diabolicals trying to keep VAR out in the open, letting the tyrant just do all the damage, do all the work, and he just blasts him out with demon bolts. VAR trying to go from behind the pillar for just a second. Looks like the tyrant is just having to run all the way over. Decide, nope, don't want to run over there. Want to just hang out by Diabolicals as VAR surrounded by the other demons. Actually could just die behind the pillar, blinding all the pets. But looks like the pet, there's one pet that's doesn't have eyeballs. That's the only one that's not blinded. That's actually kind of neat. It's like a little bat thing. That thing cannot be blinded by the looks of it. Hodge onto Diabolicals. VAR, barely any health available. Does Diabolicals take him out? Sending out Demon Doggers. Is it enough right now though? VAR could be in a big set of trouble. Demon bolts around the corner. Does wake up ASUS to stun all these pets. The imps are still harassing him from around the corner. And that's going to be main Felguard together with Demon Doggers, together with the Imp firing squad. Could take him down right here, right now. Diabolicals just sees another set of Demon Doggers, and I think he might be able to set the boy over the edges. VAR trying to see if he can crawl back from the damage that he's taken. Axos, and that's going to be a blessing of protection. Diabolicals could technically Mortal Coil, I guess. He doesn't really have the pets in order to add the extra damage to fight through Blessing of Protection. A lot of his pets right now are all physical. Doesn't end up stunning all these pets yet. Another wake of actions. Diabolicals actually super low in health right now. Could be in a lot of trouble. No more Dark Pact. Could be a wall situation right here. Shield of Evidence out for the Paladin. Trying to see if he can slice right through Diabolicals. He's just chomping on the cookie with a soul burn. Get himself a little bit more healing. VAR back behind the pillar. Not a place where he really wants to be. Surrounded by all these pets. Urzul around the corner. Attacking him from every single angle. Demon Dog is chomping right through him. Stunned right after. I mean, that Felguard is doing work back there, man. That Felguard is the hardest working Felguard I've ever met. Even this ghost is out here like, hey man, you're gonna die if you ain't right behind this pillar. You're gonna end up like me, man. You see that tombstone? That's gonna be you if you just keep hanging out back here, my guy. Gotta get in there. And I think that's probably the best situation VAR can really work with. He needs to at some point find an opportunity to get in there and make some damage happen. Trying to see if he can stay aggressive. Got himself the lay in hands. Gonna be the Tyrant joining in. Needs a wake of ashes on the Tyrant. Also, Pest doing a lot of damage. He's got slowed down entirely. Actually can't really get away from Pest. Does get himself a big wake. Needs to go for a bit of recovery. Got himself the Divine Protection. That Tyrant is going to keep blasting it, but at least you have yourself a shield. But get an Axe Toss out in the open definitely does not help you much. As the two Felguards are just chopping right through you and does go down. My goodness. That is a lot. As Diabolicals does end up taking away one Paladin, but Error is going to be up next. Charging out, big hammer hanging over Diabolicals' head as he's trying to desperately make it out of the arena area. Going to be a wall to follow, trying to give himself a bigger defensive. It's a Dark Pact, which got burnt very quickly. Hammer could be the end of you. Hammer does a lot of damage, gets you super low, but you're still okay for now. But only for like 2 seconds. Axe Toss onto Error, who goes in for Trinket. Big old hammer down from around the corner, smacking down Diabolicals. Error doesn't want to be going down to this Warlock at all. Is Toonie going to be up next? Sending in a Mindbender over at Error. It's going to be a big old Mind Games. Actually, can be reverse a lot of this damage back from Error. It's going to go for a massive spell, removing Error's bubble. But Error, I think, just wants to use bubble just for the immunity for just a second. Maybe max out damage on the Hammer. Hammer slamming down on Toonie. Does not go do as much damage as he was hoping for. Hand of Freedom for Error. So, Hand of Freedom, can you remove it now? Is it completely removable and spell stealable? Can you no longer have it, like, be there and, like, just perma? Or not perma, but like unremoved. Can you have it untamperable? I guess really, because I know that they moved the talent where you can give somebody else a Hand of Freedom, and it gives you both movement speed in the class tree, completely purgeable. Wow, I didn't realize that, because for a little bit I had like the PvP version on class tree that I think was also unpurgeable, but maybe I'll have it wrong. Error, try to see if he can maybe end Honey. Does he get it to do it here? Or Tunny? Got himself big damage, but oh, the Execute's coming in from CyberPowerPC. Oh, was able to fight right through it. Big hammer dissipates. As soon as the Paladin dies, the hammer goes away. Belcher, trying to see if he can end the duel right here. Trying to see if he can back up out of there. Do they have anything left? They need a fear. They need a silence fear coming back up very soon. Maybe we can use the fear to fear the Paladin away. Does not go for the trinket. Does end up trinketing it, or someone breaks him out of it. Gonna be going for the void racial just to get himself out of there. Does he have mind control maybe? Stun not available for a while. Could go for Vampiric Brace. May need to do so. Shrink it out right now. Does not have a... doesn't really have much of a heal. It doesn't look like the 20 is playing into a Power Word Life to be able to keep himself caught out of the death. Trying to see if he could rescue himself, but couldn't quite do it. That was rough, man. He had Fear coming back up very, very soon, though, too. Very, 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 very soon. Did really well against Arrow, by the way. Feltro getting hit with the stun, with the, I was gonna say axe toss. Big Blessing Protection does nothing for you. Oh my god, the holy damage burns right through you. Trying to go for a bubble, panicking, but a big old hammer is just gonna crush right through you. The Blessing Protection was a nice, interesting play, but it wasn't enough. Stone is going to be up next. Got himself big damage as well. Huge hammer hanging over Bar. Bar trying to see if he can turn the damage around. That's a hammer that's going to hurt you quite a bit. May have to go for a bubble here. Big hammer damage. Slam it down. Did have himself divine protection to give himself a little bit of survivability. Blind on the stone. Doesn't have a normal trinket. Only has a human racial, so you can break out of that stun with that one. Bar may have to go for a bubble here. Does go for the bubble. Maybe could have went for lay on hands, but he knows that as soon as he gives the guy for Barons, he could be in a bad spot. Bubble for stone as well. So Bar wants to back up out of there. You have another Paladin chasing after you with a full immunity. Can't really stop it. Big hammer hanging over your head. Oh my goodness. This looks like a sin as you fall behind in the Paladin one-on-one. Like a chess match, once you're 1 or 2 moves behind, it feels like you're just going to be behind for a good portion of it. Basically sending out all the pets over into stone. We are 30% dampening. This is where the Paladin is really going to start to feel a little bit of the pressure, together with the Felguard Mortal Strike effect too. The Felguard is basically denying you a lot of healing, doing a lot of damage to you at stone, trying to see if he can use passive healing to fight through the Felguard, get himself a little bit more survivability, trying not to burn a lot of resources for it. Got himself a little bit of a CC reduction, which is really, really well done. I mean, the Blessing of Sanctify does really good job here against that Axe Toss, but still, there's a full setup on the stone, full Tyrant in the ready, blasted out stone, he's out in the open, he needs to escape the clutches of the Demon Warlock. That's going to be mad damage on Tyrant, he's doing so much work. Oh, and the Demon Bolts from Tyrant just end up being the MVP that he needed. Blessing of Protection can't really prevent a lot of that magic damage, and that Tyrant rips right through it. Interrupt onto BC for a second. Big Fire Breath to fall. I think did the Fire Breath dot more than anything. Deep Breath right after. This is where Lathvoker looks to blast out BC. Oh my god. Alright, not the only one that got a bit of burst. It's going to be a bit of a wall for Lathvoker. Still got a lot of mastery damage on Artemis 6. A lot of that beam damage to the face. Not much they can really do about it. Does get himself a survival of the fittest. 20% damage reduction. Big defensive. And this is where Lathvoker looking for recovery. Has an immunity. If you can use immunity at the right time, he will be okay. He isn't that kill shot range though. Big shatter. Artemis with the turtle. Big beam. Could be in trouble. Evoker just goes in for immunity, but I think the explosive goes off as the immunity fades. This way he's looking to catch up as much healing as he can. Maybe he can use, he needs a heal. Beam may be able to do it. Big interrupt on the blue, and Artemis does that. I'm taking him down. My goodness, I'm so close. Some of these duels are really close, and everybody got a chance to play. That is my favorite. How everybody got a chance to play and perform in these duels. Man, the Paladins though. But out of all these classes, Diabolicals was the biggest damage here. That Paladin healing is quite big. The Var healing more than he does damage. But then again, I guess it makes sense. If you go behind the pillar and catch up a bunch of healing while you have a bunch of pets on you, and you just focus on your healing, yeah, it's gonna happen. Unless also you got what, lay on hands is gonna also pad out that healing numbers quite a bit. So honestly, shouldn't even be surprised. Let's get ourselves another one going if we got grips, boys. Dude, these are so fun. I feel like the classes have gotten refreshed by quite a bit. Also, I think what's fun about these duels, no rogues. I know that rogues are not a threat that much anymore, especially with that sub nerf, but like we don't see rogues regularly, and usually we see rogues and usually like a slow down games, but the rogues are all hiding, man. They're all reroll paladins at this point. So no rogues. Everybody gets a chance to play. Can't do anything besides that as soon as the defenses are fall behind the kite. Yeah, I agree with you on that. I think when Arthur did say, like, you know, Demonology Warlock is actually kind of good against Paladin 1-on-1, I think to some degree that is true. I think it's a closer match than ASUS says it is. I think it's a pretty close one, but I do think that Warlock can stand toe-to-toe with Paladin, depending on the arena, as somebody pointed out in the chat. Gotta go. Thanks so much for coming by again. I appreciate you, my man. I play Devo Frost, DK into with my friend. When the arm starts on him, he kites him endlessly, then just gives up and kills me in 3 seconds. I guess my perception is good since I peel a lot for him. You do end up peeling a lot as a DK for your Evoker. You are peeling a ton. But as a Paladin, as a, get one more? Sounds good, Baldwin. Sounds good, my man. But yeah, as soon as the Death Knight, what are you gonna do? Outrun a warrior? You can only chain of ice and maybe sprint. You have quite a bit of mobility, more than before, but it's not like you zoom in like a rogue. You know what I mean? You can maybe give yourself a bit of a breather, but yeah, it definitely is pretty different. Plus, the enemy sees the Evoker, they're like, okay, squishy, I could probably do something here. But as soon as the kites happen, they're like, alright, Charger chasing the Evoker, I'll try Death Knight. Oh, Death Knight's actually killable. Let's keep going. You know what I mean? It just like, it clicks at some point in their heads. They try it, and they're like, oh, this is doable, I can do that. Astral Rogue have to return now? Dude, now watch them buff up rogues all of a sudden. I don't think they're gonna. Not until like season 2. I feel like it's season 2 with the new tier sets. I feel like Owl the Rogue is looking really, really good right now. Owl the Rogue is looking incredible for season 2. But we'll see. We'll see how we do. Oh man, maybe. Maybe. Because Airless, were you there for Duels yesterday? We had Glues join in, we had Grifka join in, both of them played sub, and both of them tried to go for the secret technique openers on people, whereas sub rogue, you could really pressure somebody in a full-blown opener. This time around, no one even trinkets, and you don't really do much damage with it. It is crazy how big of a nerf that was. It was not, yeah, it was not great. From like a sub rogue perspective, it was one-shotty. Yeah. I think it was made on a burden flight based on for PvP or something. It'd be better to play Evoker and have a free talent. I, to some degree, can agree. I do think Evokers... So technically, Evokers are a pretty big power cannon in competitive PvP. They do a lot of damage, but they do need like teams to help them, similar to like Shadow Priest or like previous seasons. So I would agree with you from like a duels perspective. It sucks that you have to rely on secret technique. It really does, man. It really does. Because there's so much aspects of like your talent setup that you can go into, like the Dark Brew, the dance build, or like that backstabby poison sepsis thing. But like secret technique is just such a good ability. And the fact that you can crit with it, I think, is what makes it really, really good. The fact that you can crit with it makes it really good. Do you think I could beat this guy in duel, boys? It's about the same health as me. I don't have a trinket, so I'm probably gonna die, huh? Here we go. I don't know my build is caught up here at all. He was a couple levels behind me though. He's actually doing pretty good. Ready? Are we ready? Okay, cool. Blue Dragon, are we ready? Blue Dragon, are we ready, my man? Let me know. Oh, again? Okay. I'll let you duel me. I'll let him get me low. I'll let him get me low. Okay, low enough. Oh no. Now I feel bad, dude. Now I feel bad. I was trying to let him get me low, but he's just like, wait, it's a level difference, man. It's a 4-level difference. Okay, we go again. He's gonna get me, man. He's got me. I'll let you get the opener on me. But we gotta heal. Hold on, maybe I could just go in there. Oh, okay. Yeah, he's just dead. Oh, I can heal up full. Nice. I think I was trying to see if it could get me down. Poor guy, man. The BM. I didn't mean to BM him, dude. He just wants to duel me. So I gave him a duel. Let him like get me low. I want to actually make it kind of even. You know? Let him get me low and then like hit him. I honestly, like I have... Dude, I'm a level 60 character with supposed to be in Shadowlands gear, and I'm wearing like Azurite gear, and like as this thing. But maybe that's actually giving me more damage than normal. Who knows? This Azurite gear because I just never bothered to swap it out while leveling. I have one item that's swapped. All the stuff is like super low item level. Ready? This is my last one. Team ready? No, I'm here. Yo, this is the last one. Gotta go. Or do you gotta leave? Or did Blue Dragon already leave? Gladiator down. Nah, come on, man. Apparently there's sub one shot with flagellation and shadow tech. Was there really? That's crazy. I didn't even realize it. Maybe that's the nerve to burst. No, sorry, man. I had to go. All good. All good. All good. So Baldwin said looking for one more. So you lead. You lead. Well, my guy. So Feldman is ready. Baldwin said he needs one more. Okay, okay. So he's looking for one more. Where's you guys look group listed? Is it Red's Legacy? Okay, I want to make sure this guy's ready this time. Oh, do you guys need me to invite you? That's fine. Okay. Casbolt in me? Oh, he almost finished a Casbolt. Let's see Mortal calling me here. This way, got a Mortal call me, my guy. Good slow, good slow. Fantastic. I'm trying to give him freebie, man. Shadow Fury? Oh, I'm stunned. Hold on, I'm stunned. Stunned. He missed it a little bit, but it's okay. You know what I mean? Hold on. Dark Pact, that's good. I'm trying not to kill him, man. I'm trying not to kill him yet. Mortal call me. Come on, you can do it. Mortal call, real quick. Oh, what? I randomly procced on him. I didn't even attack him. That was just a random proc, man. That was just a random proc. What procced on you? What did I do? Immolation Aura, Immolation Aura, Immolation Aura. Lethal Strikes. Hit him for 3,000? Crit? What the hell is Lethal Strikes? Is that one of my Azurite things? That's what it looked like. I had a little ting. This thing. You. Alright, Angel. Need my help? Okay. Falguard, good. Oh, he might just have me here. Hold on. Might just have me here. Hold on. Charge. Dude, I just let him have one, right? Oh, good dole. Good dole, friend. Let him have one. You know what I mean? Let him have one. He's trying hard. Okay. I'll list it. I don't know where it was listed before. List it here. Remember, ready for you? This goes shocking. Alright, Atho. Hit me with it. Hit me with a meme, man. Oh, you have it. Oh, okay. Hold on. What is this? Solo Shuffle is a complete mess, like Demon Warlocks or Fist Weavers, Demon Hunters, and Reds. Damn, Reds. The Ruined Solo Shuffle. He's a Red Paladin. Whoa, they should nerf Reds. Well, they should nerf Reds. He just made the enemy for life. He just baiting him, dude. He just baited. Oh, that's so good. Oh, man. Oh, that's so good. Dude, Azza comes in with slappers. Chat, if you guys want to join us for ONYXIA, man. We lost one, but we just need one extra. Alright, did we give him this time, chat? Did we put in some real... Oh, hoarding. I like that. Alright, we got one of these here, maybe? Blur. Trying to get a bit of healing here. I'm trying to heal with whatever I got. Oh god. Oh god. Oh, he won. Good duel. Good duel. Let me kill one of these things. Wow, Doug Tree appeared. I do love that though. That is so good. Alrighty, boys, we do ONYXIA. We'll give him like 5 minutes to get on one more. Otherwise, we'll call it there, man. Otherwise, we'll call it there. These have been a lot of fun, though. I've been enjoying these. Who else can I invite, man? I'm trying to invite as many of you boys as I can. Oh! Does Skills want to join? Yo, Skills. Hey, Skills. Also, War Tank or something, right? Tank? Does Tank want to join? He's on Silver Sharp Mines. War? Does he want to join? Hey, War. Join a game of 5V5 1v1 Duels. Need +1 and we good to go. Might be the last one for the night. Chat, what are we gonna do one for this last one? If we do a last duel for the night. What do you guys want? The Grand, Blade's Edge, Rook, Black Hole maybe? Hook Point, another no could. Tolveron, if you're a madman. Mugambala if you're insane. Maldraxxus Arena if you just like playing in a big old open field with nothing there. Or maybe like the new Crucible if you're from Iowa and you're just like fields of nothing. My god. Yeah, there's some big arenas. They're great at 2s and 3s, but like they're not great for like duels. Not great 1v1 environment. I guess those just nerfs what the community complains about the most. Well, I don't think that's how they do it. Because imagine if it was just all based on complaints, man. Oh, all good. All good, all good. All good, friend. He's in a key. He's in a key. Let me see. Who else is out here that ain't doing nothing? My man Chopel said he is not gonna be. Wait. Yeah, my man Chopel said he is not joining these duels while dampening is a thing. I could ask him, see what if he want in. But I also don't want to bother him either. And I feel like if I ask him, I'd be bugging him. I don't want to be that guy. I just would feel bad. So he's probably out in Teldrassus. He's up. I can't talk. He's probably out there in the open world, blasting through dudes left and right. So I'm just gonna let him do his thing. Warthros, do you want to join in by chance? Oh, somebody's trying to join in. Ortho DK, let's go. We got you, boys. No, hold on. We got you, Baldwin. Don't worry about it, my guy. We got you +1. Hey, oh. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. Beastly, right? Yes. Okay, cool. I think I got it right. Okay, we're good. So it's going to be Baptist and Baldwin. Right? Baptist and Baldwin. Baptist and Baldwin. Baldwin 91 5. What arena chat? Do we have one? So always from PvPing? Yeah. Did I check your thing of worth was joining? Yeah, I did. Appreciate it. Process is good. People have been sleeping on him. Props DK. They're getting nerfed too. So apparently they're really good right now. I haven't seen them play Frost and they got nerfed. I guess they're. I mean, they can't be that bad, right? Can't be that bad. What are we doing, chat? You know what? Blade's Edge. I like me a good old Blade's Edge. Somebody turn on the heat in the house? I kind of prefer it nice and chilly right now. Oh, let's see. So I love having Soul join these, and I always want to ask him if he want to join these, but I feel like it'll just throw off his groove because like he goes in from like a world PvP where he's playing like a very different setting, where there's like elevation, there's ability to like run away from an enemy to make it super exciting while he's like trying to get away from multiple players at once. There's a lot of opportunity for that, but in like a duel, you're kind of constricted in a battle arena and you can't really run away in the same way. You know what I mean? It's just a very different environment. So, yeah. I feel like it throws off his whole groove because he tries to do all the normal tricks and he's just like stuck. Like a tiger in a cage, dude. He used to be out there, out free. Out in the wilds. Be free. Be free, Willie. No. Did I lose it? No way. Oh, cool. Got it. Oh, thank God. Oh, I thought I deleted recording. That would have been sad. Twitch. We got ourselves Felcher over for the team. One as a Paladin, looking all green. I like that look. We got ourselves, looks like Lad's gonna be first up as an Evoker, and looks like already jumping into Diabolicals. Dio going for a big board. I like how he kind of like hooped himself a little bit across the bridge there. Lad's got himself big mastery cooldowns rolling in. Cannot really be stopped with normal CC. Big breath damage to Diabolicals, burning right through those shields. When the Disintegrates actually could be dead for Diabolicals. Mad damage, mad burst. Does he take him? It's going to be mad heal for Diabolicals together with a deep breath for Lad. Interrupting him on that Tyrant. May just have him here. Big access to the Lad. The pets may do the work here. My God, these pets are just brutal. Oh my God, I think at the end, it was literally a little impy boy. Just get himself a big old hit at the end. My goodness, Stone gonna be up next as a Retribution Paladin charging out towards Diabolical's big hammer hanging over his head. Man's got himself that big old demonic armor around him. Is it enough to live it? May just go down. Oh, he does live it. There goes the full Tyrant. Stone, trying to see if he can change to him, but there's nothing Dia can do at the end. Just your burn. Always mobility. That was so close for last, man. The Evoker almost had him too. So close. Beastly versus Stone this time around from one Demonology Warlock into the next. Who's gonna end up winning this one? As Stone trying to see if he can find himself an angle, dodging a couple of those demon dogs, but that's going to be an Axos that he can't really dodge. Big Tyrant perched up above, actually got himself a perfect firing squad up here with Imps and Tyrant. It's going to be a bubble out of Stone, just trying to see if he can back up out of there entirely. Tyrant trying to reposition, maybe he can get himself a better angle. Bubble is going to be waiting off in a bit here. The Fel guards are just ripping right through his Stone, just not really giving him much opportunity. He's going for Word of Glories. He's trying to heal himself as much as humanly possible, but he's very limited on how much healing he can really do, unless he really could just go behind the pillar and just really top himself off fully. Dark Pact available for Beastly. Stone trying to see if he can end the Warlock before he can really get himself started. Blind all these pets is going to be able to break the blind with the damage. I like how the blind can no longer be not broken by holy damage. They made it super like normal blind ability. I think that might actually be healthy. Imagine they could do that blind stun combo with the new buffs that they've gotten. I guess new buffs plus the nerfs they've seen. Or nerfs, quote unquote. Gonna be a big Shadow Fury by the Warlock Stone running out with the Fear. Not much you can really do about it in this situation. Just goes behind the pillar, catching up in a little bit, trying to mount up, but I think if you're too close to the ramp, it actually doesn't let you. Beastly got himself a pretty decent position. Big hammer, but he's separated from the pet. There goes the Axos from downtown. Stone got himself, I think, a little bit of a stun reduction. Did use Blessing of Sanctify. I think it's Sanctify in order to reduce some of the value of the stuns. Wall up for Beastly. Hammer doesn't really do as much damage as someone was hoping for. Does get the interrupt on the fire damage, actually. So Beastly can summon up all the pets still, because the summoning Vilepin is just a fire cast, not even a Shadow Flame. So you can just resummon another one. Vilepin join in. Maybe you can get more pets. Tyrant join in. Basically kind of limited on what he can really do. Does go for a Mortal Call onto Stone. Stone no longer has a big immunity. Spell Warden is out. Is going to help him. But the physical damage from all these pets is still rampant right through him. Axe toss on the Stone. Does basically have anything? It's going to go for a port. Vilepin and the Felguard are still doing damage. Finally, the Tyrant can maybe get some damage of his own. Maybe. Basically does end up getting smacked down for just a second. From behind the pillar. Stone is back there. Got himself at least a little bit of healing, but looks like the Paladin has been able to mostly stabilize. You're gonna have to nerf do more like a PvP with the nerf red damage, or I'm gonna have to swap lock. Honestly, if all the reds did switch lock, I'm sure they would nerf lock pretty quickly. At least curing ults for PvP is pretty easy now, Vara, isn't it? You can always give him a try. Stone trying to see if he can get back in there. Another hammer standing or waiting for him, but he's got to be able to get out of that stun. I think he used the Blessing of Sanctify to be able to break out of a big hammer, slamming into Beastly. Does go for the lay on hands. The Stone just trying to see if he can prevent a lot of the damage he is taking as well. And it's going to be all the pets kind of surrounding the guy little by little as he got himself a little bit more line of sight as well. Chat, it can smell like a burning smell. I can't tell if it's like the AC or whatnot. I feel like it may be. I need to double check this after. Hoping it's not my PC. It just keeps bothering me. So sorry if I'm like randomly talking, commenting. I'm just like, oh, gonna be a hammer hanging over his head. I think it's over. Fear. Wait, Beastly may just be going down with a hammer. Oh, it just slams down. There's nothing you can do when you're so low. You got no defenses. The hammer is there and you can't stealth it. It is just over. With Tony going to be up next, stun right after. Stone got himself Blessing of Sanctified. Again, if any of the CC is going to be out for the Shadow Priest, he might be okay. Sober and Hustle is dumb. It is really strong, isn't it? But that's always been a thing for, or at least for this expansion, hasn't it? Big hammer down onto Tuni. Trying to see if we can just walk away from Stone. Tuni is actually switching out, so the others have a little bit more holy healing this time around. Mad Hammer, big heal. Got himself a big Desperate Prayer. If he's ever low, he could always go for the Power Word Life in order to give himself a big heal. Trying to see if he can blast right through the Shield of Venus. May need big heals right now. Actually, super low. May need to use that Power Word Life immediately. Tuni, you're in trouble, but does use Disperse, so they should be able to recover here. Bubble is up for Stone. Tuni, if you're ever low, does use the Void of Rachel to avoid the guy. Nice little board for the Shadow Priest. Give himself a bit more mobility. At least give himself yet another escape against the Paladin. Try to see if he can go for a Shadow Crash. Silence onto the Paladin. Maybe can make something work. There goes the Power Word Life. Getting himself a little bit of heal. A quick shield for just a second, but still maybe in trouble. Oh, he almost had Stone down to the execute range, boys. Almost so close. With Artemis going to be up next, got himself a beating stick for Stone. Paladin does not have much to really work with here. No lay on hands for a good 2 minutes. No bubble for a while. Shield of is going back up very soon. Maybe has himself the Dark Pact available at some point in the future. Artemis trying to see if he can avoid Stone. Oh, actually catch up to Stone rather, not avoid him. Stone is the one that's trying to avoid the Hunter as best as he can. Maybe wait until the next Hodge is available. Shield of Vengeance up. Definitely wants to get aggressive with Shield of Vengeance. Wings available. It's going to be laying hands for just a second for Artemis. I think remove the hammer above their head with that feign death for a minute. Charging back in towards Paladin, who got a lot of damage and a big shield that just explodes right afterwards. So yeah, there's going to be a hammer. Wait, the hammer. The animation for the hammer is gone, but the hammer is still connected while he was in turtle. That is interesting. So it will still kill you. It will still potentially kill you, even if you do end up feign deathing it. It's going to be Artemis charging back in. Coordinated assault, maybe big damage, but oh, Stone just ends up eliminating it with just the pure holy strike damage, just not letting you play the game whatsoever. Is Warthros really the last one left? They got through both Warlocks, yep, Shadow Priest, and the Hunter. Wait, Stone, so far, has he just been the only one to play? No, it was the last first, and then Stone with a full 4-man sweep. Can Stone make himself a 5-man sweep here? Stony boy at the 7-minute mark. Dampen is getting kind of high. Warthros giving him as much of an opportunity as he can to give him as much of an honor duel. Walking down, never mind, I was going to say, walking into the arena on his big old hippo mount. Stone at the ready. Does a quick little bow. Warthros trying to see if he can re-engage. Big damage down onto Stone. Trying to see if he can go for some damage of his own right now. Big start to follow. Dome down for Warthros. Trying to reduce a lot of the holy damage he's taken. Maybe could grip Stone back in. Is going to be able to grip back in. Short stun. Not the longest stun at all. Warthros may need to use AMS here for that shield. Does use Dark Pact instead. Dark Pact gives you a little bit of health to work with, but also puts necrotics on you. So you can't really heal, but it does give you more health to work with. Silence on the Stone for just a second. Why he's got himself the big grippy hand, but will need some healing right now. Could be in a lot of trouble, and Stone just cleaves right through the boy. Oh my goodness, Stone. Are you kidding me? Stone with a clean sweep of 5 people in a row. Well done, well done. I mean, that just says everything about Paladin. This is, again, the Paladin with the nerfs, man. The Stone play that I feel like he did have to go in for a bit of a hit and run here and there. Had to get in whenever he got an opportunity, but had to back away whenever there wasn't much of an opportunity. But the man basically just had to play up to as much of his strength as he could. Well done, man. That's my boy. Well done, Stone. Yeah, Stone, you ever hang out on Discord? I can give you a special role, man. That's a quick, clean sweep 1v5. If you want to trap someone in Discord, man, I'd give you the champ role for getting a 1v5 in there, my man. Yo, you earned it. Easy. Easy, just play Paladin. I'm joking, of course. I'm kidding. But, man, I noticed that Paladin healing is a little bit different, isn't it, chat? I noticed they don't really stop to, like, cast heals on himself anymore. It feels like that's a little bit weaker, so you have to use like passives and like cooldowns to really catch up, right? Dude, boys, was fun. Stoneblood, if you get pop into Discord, say something, I can give you a roll, man. That was awesome. I was happy to have you here, my guy. Hopefully we'll see you maybe next week, yeah? Maybe they'll do even more class changes. Hopefully not more Paladin nerfs. Well, we'll see. I wonder if they will actually end up nerfing Paladin anymore. I think they just did a pretty big one. It was pretty sweeping. Oh, not sweeping, but it was a pretty surgical, fix-specific issue. But yeah, GG's boys, GG's. We'll call it here, man. We'll call it here. I do want to see what that was making that burning smell. If it's my AAC, then that's normal because somebody's put it on heat. If it's my PC or someone else, that's not good. It's pretty good. It smells like a burning smell. That's why I was talking during the duel and I was like, kind of stumbled here and there, and then I felt like, oh, that definitely was noticeable. They're like, what the hell's Dal doing? Why is it stumbling like that? I will be back, brother. Played red throughout ups and downs. Hey, enjoy this new change. I hope you enjoy the rework. It looks like really fun. I definitely want to play my Paladin some more this week if I can. I also I need to get my weekly. I need to get my weekly out of the way, dude. I want to play Diablo, but I really need to get my weekly on my alts, man. I really want to get my weekly on my alts. Lights celerity. Flashlight cast instantly. Yeah. What is enabled for rest to be existent? To be existent. Yeah, this one I noticed. Yeah, I don't really see Paladins go behind the pillar to catch up fully anymore. But it means you have to stay aggressive when you just have to press light celerity basically on cooldown. It seems like. Okay. And then you also got like passive percentage healing as well too. It's an interesting gameplay, but it does allow for like a more aggressive Pally. You don't really see, I do see you guys go behind the pillar from time to time, but it's not really like, it's not like you guys are living behind the pillar or anything, you know? It's not super bad. At least it doesn't feel like it's super bad. I was gonna say, is that a Dav Evoker versus Boomy? I want to see which one wins that one, but apparently that's just a heal Evoker. Chat, thanks so much for coming by, man. Thanks so much for watching. You guys are wonderful, beautiful. Thank you all so much for hanging out on the stream today, man. I appreciate all of you. You guys are wonderful, beautiful. Have yourselves a wonderful, wonderful evening. Thank you so much for watching. I do hope all of you enjoyed. We're done for the night. We'll be back. I was gonna say tomorrow. Not tomorrow. We'll be back next week. We'll start out with the duels over for the Friday for the Team EU. And then we'll do Saturday with the NA boys. Tomorrow, yo, Jake, would you be down to do more Mythic Pluses tomorrow on the PTR? You guys can join us on PTR as well. I want to test more tier sets. I want to try to see if I can hopefully get a bunch of characters set up and ready. I want to test the Survival Hunter tier set because I haven't tried that one. I'm down, hell yeah. I want to test Survival Hunter tier set. I want to do Enhancement Shaman tier set. I want to do a SAS Rogue tier set. Maybe even sub since we're on the class already. I want to try Demon Hunter as well, like the tank one. I want to see a fire set, like a fire build can work well, or how well it can work. And then what is there? Resto Shaman doesn't look all that exciting. Mistweaver looks kind of okay. I want to try Woodwalker. I want to see if that procs at all. I don't know why the Blizzard doesn't buff lock damage every update. They're not already talking. Don't know why Blizzard buff lock damage. So they buffed their talents. They changed their talents, Kamiyar. They changed them to give them more talents because they didn't have a lot of build flexibility, and they gave them some good ones. And they took away talents that are not used at all, like really undervalued talents. So that's why it looks like Warlock just got buffed recently. It's not that they just like cranked up all their damage, they just gave them like better talents. But that was the whole point of patch 10.07, is to make a bunch of classes play better and improve a bunch of playstyles that are not great. That could mean like buffing their damage, buffing their playstyle, mostly give them more talent options and such. Like the hunters, they did the whole like let's wean them off the bow, give them bow power back to the hunter class or whatever. Stuff like that, you know what I mean? So it kind of makes sense. But yeah, they're gonna have to they're already adjusting them this Tuesday. They're already adjusting them this Tuesday. I think it was expected that we're gonna be a little strong. Here we go. Beautiful. Beautiful. Down? Sally, you're down too? Awesome. Yeah, and you can... Sally, if you got any ults you want to try, man. Motherboard, oh, Evoker too. Dev Evoker. I also want to play Dev Evoker. I do need to do at least one healer and one tank, so I think Regis Demon Hunter will be the tank of choice. And I'll figure out which healer one I want to try. I'll see. I'll see. But yo, boys, thanks so much for coming by. Appreciate you. You guys are wonderful. Beautiful. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Tomorrow we'll be doing some PTR stuff, and we'll be doing more 5V5 1v1 DUELS next week. You guys are great. Thanks so much for hanging out. I'll see all of you boys in the next stream. Alrighty, peace.
And you watch it believe.